3, 2, 1. Bam, Uncle John, you're live, bro.
What up, Gary Roberts? Welcome, everybody, to Tuesday night, the official night of ARMTV Talk. I just made that up. Is that what we should call it from now on? ARMTV Talk?
ARMTV Talk. That's pretty good. You just made that up?
It just came to me.
How come I didn't think of that?
I don't know, but it sounds good, right?
Yeah. I'm in. ARMTV Talk.
Beautiful. How you doing? I haven't talked to you since you got back from your trip.
I'm fired up, bro. Fired up. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Who is? Am I being trolled? Troll Army. Overhook does not sound like a troll name.
Who's Overhook?
Overhook is somebody on Reddit.
Oh, I don't do anything on Reddit.
Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Uh-oh. Well, tell me the story.
So I've been meaning to launch my Patreon.
Yeah.
And I finally got to it. Here's the deal. It's really annoying to me when someone says like, oh, you're just trying to profit.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. If one day I profit, I deserve it. Okay.
Yeah.
If one day I make a few bucks, I deserve it. I'm not going to lie. I'm working really hard. I got a 1-year-old. I'm working when my wife probably would prefer me not to work.
Mm-hmm.
I would make more minimum wage. That is not a lie.
Oh, 100%. Guaranteed.
I am loving what I do. It's the one thing in the world where I'm not counting the hours. Like I used to wait tables. I used to valet cars, room service, bellman at a hotel. I've always been in the service industry when I'm not filming stuff. And I'm always counting the clock when I work a regular job.
Mm-hmm.
Even video production in general, not necessarily counting the clock, but I'm the kind of guy that will put in. So if someone comes and says, hey, I want to pay you to cut this video for me, I say, okay, it's $500 to do that. I'm the guy that's going to put in for $500. If you want to make, $30 to $40 an hour, do the math of how many hours should take you. I will put in 3 times the amount of hours to reduce my pay down to $8 an hour, because I would prefer the video to be good.
Yeah.
Than to count what I'm making per hour.
Right.
So it really triggers me. And I know I should avoid this stuff, but it really triggers me when people talk about like, oh, when I'm trying to receive financially. Now, I as the ARMTV channel, I get the ad revenue. As you know, last month I've sponsored a couple things. I think I gave away, $900.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Last 90 days. There's the super chats. Luckily, I am so fortunate that at the moment my wife isn't asking me to like I pay some of the bills, but she's not asking for where is your return so you can contribute to our home. You know what I mean? But I launched this Patreon with the idea of, okay, so I'm not Devon Larrett. I'm not Michael Todd. I only have so much John Brezink content, Devon Larrett content. I don't care what anyone says. You either have to be famous to get the big views or have to be a big tournament. You have to have some draw. I was listening to your show last night with Artem, and you guys were talking about what kind of views do you get for amateurs and things like this. Well, I am studying the numbers. Okay. I am looking at the numbers, and I'm not in this. I'm not in this to just do okay. I want to accomplish the dream. You know what I mean? You guys are, certain people have the dream of going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's not my dream. That's not my dream. My dream was I wanted to host big events. When the ROTN came along when Don Fritchie gave me, imagine somebody comes along, they give you $60,000 over 3 years. That's a lot of money for one person to pull out of their pocket. That is some serious money. It's so serious that it actually scared me to receive it. When he gave it to me the night before the event, like I thought I was going to get mugged. I literally went into my hotel room. I paced around. I was like, I imagined a world where I got bum rushed and that money disappeared. And then I had to look at people who showed up and traveled. Like I just posted 2009 ROTN, Roman / Jambul. He traveled from Russia to come to this tournament. And I was envisioning a day where I got, jacked. I was so scared pacing around. I actually was like, I pulled the dresser drawer away from the wall and I hid the money behind the dresser. It was like very panicky.
Sure.
But that situation, that's one guy, one man giving up all that kind of money. And I said to him at the time, I said, the big tournaments don't last, but a couple years. If you look at the course of sponsorship over the history of arm wrestling, they come and they go. The big money comes and goes. When you're relying on somebody to front big money, it comes, and it goes. And so here with this Patreon, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm doing what I consider a very large social arm wrestling experiment here. Back in the day, I used to have people subscribe to ARMTV. They paid their membership. I had anywhere from between 400 and 500 members over the course of a 10-year period. But at that time, I needed to make a living. I needed to pay hotel, airfare, food on the family, daughter's education, rent. Now I'm in a different situation. And I think to myself, ooh, okay, so the ad revenue, super chats, that can fund this over here. That can fund the channel. And then trust me, you know what it is. You're making barely minimum wage if you're making anything. I was like, Patreon could be a separate entity where all those funds go towards the prize money, because I'm not the famous Devon Larrett, and Devon just can pull out his phone and he can just create content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need sponsorship.
Well, what's the deal? Are they giving you a hard time just about starting the Patreon account, or like they just think it's bullshit and you shouldn't have money, or what's the deal?
Yeah. You're cutting me off, right? You don't want the big long story? What?
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm waiting for the big reveal here.
Okay, so the big reveal is I got called. So I was trying to think of clever names for my Patreons. Yeah. And I, keeping with the I love movies and the producer credits. In the end credits, you get your name up there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, the Patreons who contribute, that money will be earmarked for prize money. Sure. It is my big belief, my super belief, my large arm wrestling experiment, that I could create a series of tournaments that last longer by getting $1 from 5,000 people than from getting one person to give $5,000.
Sure.
That's my goal. Did they call it crowdsourcing, whatever you want to call it. So launched Patreon, all the money for now. If I have 10,000 Patreon members, eventually that money would go towards employees or whatever, more diversified, not all prize money. So anyways, I post on this thing, and because I named the Patreon, so I could have come up with something cute, super, like I looked at Ryan Bowen's Patreon. He has the Chris Gabi tier level, he has the Jonathan Laba tier level, and then he's got the Ryan Bowen tier level. And I was like, I could gone cutesy, or I could gone more cool, serious. Like, if you help contribute to our videos, you'll be associate producer, executive producer. And this guy on Reddit, Overhook, who are you, Overhook? He says, crowdsourcing for a for-profit business Shameless. You are
Why?
shameless.
Why?
I'm like,
What's his logic?
what?
Why is it shameless?
What are you talking? I'm like, shameless for taking money and giving it away. Like, I'm like, what? I'm giving it away. Like, I could really use money. I'm not like Travis. I don't have people throwing the big bucks at me.
Well, here's the deal. This is the thing that I don't understand. This is my disconnect with this type of logic. And this guy, I'm sure, is probably just there to wind you up in the first place, right? So he may or may not actually hold these beliefs. But like I have a Patreon, right? But it's all grown adults who decide to support me on Patreon, right? People can decide if they want to support or not. And I think part of the social contract of joining a Patreon is knowing that, you get whatever the thing is that I'm like on my Patreon, you can get on the credits, I'll say your name. You have access to ask me certain questions. Guys on the show that come on, you can ask questions first. But it's just kind of like what do you want? Like, what do you, that's their decision. It's not, I'm not swindling anyone. I'm being honest with people. Like, if you want to support me, that's great. I love it. I'm so happy. If not, then that's cool too. I hope you enjoy the show.
I fully believe. Here's the thing. I believe it takes success to have money to start being thrown at you. The day potentially where big sponsors could come in, but you got to start small. And I believe the answer. I mean, ad revenue, it's weak, man.
Yeah, it's totally weak.
It's really weak. The super chats, it's helpful, but right now I've used the super chats to fund a little bit. Super chats have gone to Uncle John. By the way, tonight you want to super chat us? They go to Uncle John.
We did get a super chat, by the way, from Joe Woodland, $5. He says, yo, 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 what's up, Joe? Thanks for the support, buddy.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Thank you, Joe. It's so weird to be called shameless when I'm trying to go out of my way to do good. Yes, I've made mistakes in the past, but it's clear as day. I'm trying to go out of my way to do good.
But I mean, Reddit is just, to me, Reddit is like a slight step higher than Twitter. Just like the most awful place you could possibly go in your life. Like, Twitter is the worst, and Reddit is like a tiny step above that. They're just not the arm wrestling Twitter. Like, the arm wrestling, Derek runs the arm wrestling Reddit stuff. It's fine, but Reddit in general is just a cesspool of garbage. I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of go on Reddit, so there's pockets of goodness on Reddit. But anyways, it just I told you off camera, it fires me up because, like, this Barry Bourne business, dude, if everyone was quiet, I wouldn't be as excited about it. But everyone messaged me telling me how I'm going to die or get hurt. It fires me up to prove you wrong. Like, right. I don't like being told that I'm not good enough to do something. It drives me to work harder. When someone says, you can't do your vision, it drives me. It keeps me awake at night to do more of it. So I'm fired up because I want those Twitter people, all the trolls, I want them to see, dude, I want people to put faith in me because I truly feel that I know what I have, such a strong vision for what I want to do that I want them to put some faith and trust and see if I can accomplish it, because it just fires me up. So keep triggering me, bro. Overhook, keep triggering me because I want to prove y'all mofos wrong. It bugs me. It really bugs me. Anyways, I've got my first.
Before I forget, you should make Mizelle Jador a moderator.
Yeah, how do I do it? I don't know.
Go to the chat, and then those three little dots. Find a Mizelle Jador comment, and then click those three little dots to the right of it. Yeah. And then it should have an option to make him a moderator.
Okay.
He's been moderating my stuff, and he's amazing.
Add moderator. Okay.
There you go.
Michelle Zadori, you're moderator. So, dude, Oh man, where do I look? Patreon. I got my first Patreon. I thought I'd have like 10 Patreons by now. I was so spoiled back in the day that people gave that 500 people signed up for ARMTV that I thought it I thought being up a day, I thought,
Well,
damn it.
speaking of trolls, we got Herpes Asperini with $5. He says, "Did someone say trolls?" Yes, we did, Herpes. Thank you very much.
I gotta be honest, these names are classic. I will never tire. I will never tire of these names. My
What?
phone died. I think his name's Derek. Thank you, sir. You've become the first. He's gonna be like the most important. You have no idea. I'm gonna etch something and you know.
Hey, by the way, we should talk about something exciting. We have 97 people in here already. That's really good.
97. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us. So I was listening to your I was really surprised at Artem's kind of candor. I'm not sure what he meant by born again natty.
So Artem was, my understanding is that Artem claims to be born again natty because he has used in the past. I don't know exactly what he's used, but he says he has used, and he probably will use again in the future. It's just that he's not using it all the time.
How's that born again natty?
Well, I think he's
That's
just
like
born
I'm
again
only going to
over and
use it
over
at
again.
my convenience natty.
Well, it's the same thing if you're born again, you know, in other things too, right? People come and go out of that crap all the time too. It's just a way to justify, I guess. I don't know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the call-in show, ARMTV Talk. ARMTV Talk, coined by the great Uncle John, who tries to tell me that Uncle John and John Thompson are two different people, and I just don't believe it. I think this is all lies.
Uncle John is a fictional character.
I don't believe it. Herpes Asperini, that's a great name. So this, like Herpes Asperini, is this the guy that was named something else and's been following our shows for a while? And
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Changed his name.
I don't know how, like, it seems like people change their name often. I don't know if they just make new accounts or what the deal is.
I got something else to say about Artem. He said something that stood out to me. I believe he said if he feels that 5 guys can beat him, that he won't go to a tournament. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, he was like I think he was insinuating maybe that he should be allowed to pull amateur if the level of the pro class is so high. I don't agree with that at all in any way, shape. I told him, no, you don't get to do that, because I don't feel that I'm like an anti-amateur guy. I understand that the amateur class creates, in some cases, it creates money for the pro class, right? You make your amateurs pay, they get the medal, the money goes towards the pro class. But around here, we don't even do money tournaments. And to me, I do not want to watch the amateur. I do not want to sit through the amateur. I think there could be a novice class for people who don't know what they're doing to keep them safe. And once you know what you're doing, get in there and take your licks. That's what I did. Like, I got out of amateurs as soon as I possibly could. I just feel like for me, it's just not it. It's not the deal for me. So and I'm open to other options, but I don't want to. I'm bored. It bores me to death.
I'm coming to a very scary realization that I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to say that had I believed this, what I'm about to say 10 years ago, that I would have accomplished my dreams. I'm not going to say that. Mm-hmm. But there's overwhelming evidence that I should have. I feel bad to say it's going to get me a lot of hate. There's overwhelming evidence to say that I should have filmed less amateurs and less masters, and
because nobody wants to watch it. And the only people that watches amateur is the amateurs.
Focused my energies on. So there was there's times I went to a huge event and video got posted later than it should have because I'd been editing amateurs from a previous event.
Mm-hmm.
So because as an editor, welcome, Derek.
Derek, are you pro amateur? Are you pro amateur classes?
If they would let me, I would still pull amateurs right now. I feel really good winning.
Get out of here.
No, I don't. I fucking give people so much shit about doing the amateur thing.
Thank
You guys
you.
gotta grow up here and leave the amateurs. Jesus.
So somebody told me once that ARMTV should be special, should be elite. You should not film, do not even talk to amateurs. Make them feel like it's the club they got to get into.
No, I don't agree with
No,
that.
no, that's what I was told back in the day.
Okay.
You were told wrong. And where's that
because
person that told you that? Are they famous right now?
As an editor, it takes the same amount of time to edit an amateur match as it does a pro match.
Sure.
And like, there's only, I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of hours. And because I filmed everything, I mean, there's content I post, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've skipped posting. I stopped. AAA Nationals is the last amateur event I posted. I've put the amateur clips to the side because the YouTube algorithm punishes me for putting up a clip that doesn't do as well as the Ultimate Plaza in Vegas.
Yep.
So when I take my time to re-edit some amateurs, I'm not posting. I have enough content for 7 to 10 years if I post everything. But YouTube over 8 months has now punished me because I've posted everything. They punish you.
Yeah.
So now for the last 2 months, I'm experimenting by only posting the pros and trying to keep myself a little higher. And my view average has gone up in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
My point is, there's something to be said about, I mean, as a promoter, still host your amateur events, but I may not film them. Is that bad?
No.
Yeah, get off your high fucking horse, Gary. All right, we got some shit we got to get done out here. You're hoity-toity as shit, right? You're not helping out the community. You know, you smell funny. I've been hearing nothing but bad things about you, Gary, and I just don't want to put up with it anymore.
Big thanks, by the way, to Mean Machine Arm Wrestling, $5. He says Pancake Troll Army is the best thing ever. I agree. We got Jace at $2. He says if you say Artem 3 times, he will show up. Followed by Top Roll King Productions for $1.99, saying I'm pulling Pablo right now. Welcome. Thanks, Artem.
So I wanted to say something to finish that thought. If you want the sport to grow, you're actually hurting the sport. Like, for instance, my ROTN, I gave away 20 grand. I only had 115 entries. And I heard a lot of people did not come because John Brzenk, Ron Beth, blah, blah, blah. Because the big guys were there, they weren't going to come. And I'm like, you're hurting the sport by being afraid to take a loss to the 5 guys. Like,
When we look at it,
I mean, as a content provider, we need content, exciting content. And if you as an arm wrestler, let me tell you this, Artem, if you want to be I don't know, what's Artem? He's 205, 200?
He said he was 193, but he was up at 200. He's trying to get big.
Okay. So let's say Artem, his dream is to be one of the best 200 pounders. I don't know if that's his dream. I don't know if he wants to be media guy, weirdo camera guy, or best 200 pounder. But I would argue for someone like Artem or other people like them that it would behoove you to keep going to tournaments, even though you take losses, because the content will be better, thus allowing somebody to put on more tournaments, which would benefit the future elite arm wrestlers. So if you take 5 numbers, the number 1 through 5, and then you mathematically say, how many times can I rearrange those numbers that could get a different number? The numbers that you could come up with exponentially multiply by like 1 million if you double the numbers. So if there's 5 great arm wrestlers in the USA, and then there's 50 great arm wrestlers in the USA, that avoid a tournament because of those 5, the power that we have to grow the sport, it's reduced by like 1,000,000-fold. Those 50 arm wrestlers need to go to that tournament anyways. That is how we're going to grow the sport of arm wrestling.
I just don't understand the concept of avoiding someone like Rombath or John Brzenk. Like, why? Like, I would love to get my ass kicked by either of those guys. Happy to.
Yeah, but you gotta think about the individual and where they're at in their career and what their priorities are in their career and stuff like that. Because I would understand going and get my ass kicked because I want to learn from them, want to have that experience. But I could also understand at, you know, one day, say I reach my big number one in the world, I wouldn't want to risk that. That'd be kind of weird on a random tournament that with guys I already pulled with. You know, it depends on where you're at, who you are, I think. Because big picture, yeah, Gary, you're right. But what on an individual basis, if say Artem wants to be seen as like a top guy, he has an off tournament, he goes there and he gets his ass whipped, it might hurt his channel, might help the sport because he's there, but it might hurt him as an individual. So it depends on the person.
Well, I agree with what you're saying on YouTube channels, but this problem existed in 2009 when no one had YouTube channels.
Right.
Like literally, guys, if they didn't think, like, dude, it was so crazy. The minute because I announced pre-registration and I announced the 10 guys that were already registered and half of them were John Brzenk and company. So many people were like, oh, I'll spectate. I'm going like, they really didn't want, I had people in the audience not arm wrestling because they didn't think they could
people
win.
are weak in their minds, right? Weak minds. That's the deal, right? It's harder to take a loss now than it's ever been because you're going to get seen, right? Like, I do the RMPR show, and where am I at in the list every single goddamn time? The bottom of the list, just looking up at these strong dudes. You just have to get over it, right? You have to get over the idea of loss, regardless of who it's to. And if you can get over that, you're going to be so much farther ahead at the end of the day. You really, I promise you, you just got to get over that and be able to take your beating, because the story doesn't end with one thing. The internet moves so fast. The arm wrestling community moves so fast. Nobody even gives a shit about what happened 2 weeks ago, right? It's all about what's next. So take your loss, move forward, get the win, and then tell that story. Tell the story of how you came back from a detrimental loss. That's where the value is. But it's harder. It's harder to do that. But you know what isn't hard? Super chats. And we've got them in spades, ladies and gentlemen. But did you die with a $4.99 super chat? He says, here's $4.99. This is to help you feel better for what's about to happen to you at the Weirdo Camera Guy tournament. I think that's focused on you, Gary. Is that true? Something bad going to happen to you?
There's some guys that added. I think Travis Bajan, he might have broken the Weirdo Camera Guy's rules, but he's adding Barry Bourne, John Dabo, and Jimmy G.
Oh my God. Dabo, okay, so
is he a weirdo camera guy?
John Dabo? He's just a weirdo.
He's just a weirdo. He's definitely a weirdo.
I've lost my super chat window, so I can't even see what.
So we also got $10 from the Swayze Express, one of my favorite chatters and supporters. He says, Uncle John, who should Mazel Jador super match with? It's a difficult question right now, Swayze. I will be able to answer that question immediately upon pulling with Mazel, which hopefully the Atlantic bubble is going to be opening up next month. So hopefully I will be able to either get there or he will be able to get here. Once I can actually pull him and see how strong he is and how adaptable he is on the table, then I'll have a much, much better idea.
What if he just crushes you?
Well, that's the question. He might. He
looks strong as shit. Mazel looks strong as shit.
Ridiculous. Like, I don't think I have a chance in a slow pull at this point. Like, I gotta do shenanigans for sure.
Mazel, he's tough.
He is massively strong, but he's new to arm wrestling, right?
I like his name. His name's kind of catchy. Mazel Jador.
Gary, he has implants in his traps. They're gigantic. They go up past his ears, It's the biggest traps I've ever seen on a human being.
Yeah.
They're not really implants. I'm just fucking.
Also,
huge.
Lloyd Christmas with a $5. He says, shout out to Derek's beautiful haircut.
So I gotta say something. For me, going forward with my channel, I'm gonna be less focused on subscriptions. Derek, you can pass me up if you want. I want to have, in the sport of arm wrestling, I want to have the most Patreon members.
I see.
I want to race. Who has the most? Because I want to beat them.
Well, I'm
So I'm going to give away all the money for content. I'm going to sponsor content. I'm going to call up Derek Smith and be like, we're having an ARMTV Patreon exclusive. I want to give away $1,000 at your super practice. Going to give you a couple weeks to call out all your boys, and we're going to show up and give away $1,000. And thanks to all the Patreon members who help produce that content by funding that prize money. That's kind of like a vision going forward. So we've got one Patreon member. He signed up $5. That's going to be given away to some lucky arm wrestler in an event. So
I'm going to go sign up. I'm going to go sign up later tonight.
Sign up. Okay. That being said, before I let you guys take over, Travis Bajan, we're having an event this weekend in Waxahachie. And he is saying, I've got 3 or 4 more events lined up, and he has the option of what format to use arm wrestling going forward. And he's stating, you're like being tested this weekend. We're testing to see if this will be good enough that I could roll it out in more events. And Uncle John, I don't know how much you've paid attention, but Uncle John, you've now seen the format, what we're doing.
Yeah.
What do I have to do to pass Travis's test? What has to be?
Don't screw it up is a good start. So you need to have someone, if it's not you, you must have someone who is scorekeeping and keeping a very, very close eye on how many wins each guy has, right? That's the only job they have, is to track wins, because that's the most important thing. And it's the thing that is going to get screwed up the most easily. So
I think only 8 guys. So that's going to make it easier, I think.
Yeah. And then so what's the number? What's the magic number then? 16?
Oh, you're making me, it was like 20, 21 for
21 wins.
We're doing 3. Oh, neither here nor there. It's 20 something to win.
Well, okay. Rule number 1, figure that out.
It's on the flyer. Well, obviously I'm going to, all right. I'll look up the flyer. You done crazy bitches.
In the meantime, thanks to Stacy Morgan, $1.99 super chat with the old thumbs up. Thank you very much,
Stacy.
I have a question. Bob Brown, he's putting out a lot of content. Has he always done that?
No, this is a new thing, I think.
Yeah, hopping on it. It's hopping on it. Everybody hopping on it.
Bob Brown's a content producer now.
Woo! YouTube taking us all to the top. 400 arm wrestling channels to the top. Let's go.
All the way.
Okay, first place is 21 wins. Second place is 12 wins. Third place is 5 wins.
And once you hit the first person to hit 21, then they're out. And then we go to the rest of the guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I heard you saying that you're kind of this guy. You get stronger as you arm wrestle more.
Dude, I will kill at this format. Yeah. I will kill at this format.
Here's what I think is a win. Okay. When Travis says I'm being tested, when you see the top 8 guys that are about to arm wrestle, if it was under a double elimination format, I think, just being honest, don't mean to disrespect the sport of arm wrestling. And if this is more amateur event, then I'd be incorrect because I won't necessarily know the guys. But I feel like you can predict the top 3 guys in just about any pro level event. And to me, that's boring. And I want to change that. In fact, when I walk around with a camera and I say, okay, here's these 8 guys, and I say, what's your top 3 picks? I want everyone to get it wrong. That's a win for me. When you can't predict, like I was watching the ROTN footage I posted last night in the finals Well, the semifinals was the best of 2, and Alan Fisher almost just about destroyed Luke Kent the first couple matches, but he kept getting fouled and the restarts. And the next match, Luke Kent popped his hand, and it was like clear as day that Alan Fisher had something taken off of him in those. That is my goal. That's what I'm looking for. A guy who comes out hot, pops a couple off. I'm not going to be impressed. It's the guy who can pop a couple off and keep on chugging.
Keep popping and keep on popping. You know what I'm saying?
How do you do, Derek, in that format?
I have to arm wrestle a lot. That's the format? You arm wrestle a bunch of matches?
So I've seen you have like super practices. You can bring out 80 guys. If I line up 80 guys, heaviest to lightest, you're the biggest guy.
Yeah.
You got arm wrestle back to back to back to back. How many people in your practice can you run through before they bite you?
Well, I recently, a couple weeks ago, I found out, I have this thing going on. I think it's medical. I want to go get checked out by a few more professionals, but I guess I'm fat. So apparently my endurance isn't that great. And so I don't do amazing in endurance based matches.
I thought you were going to say like, maybe you had cancer or something. It's really going to scare me.
Oh,
you've just been determined.
Like measurement. Although I guarantee I have better endurance than some super heavyweights I know.
Oh,
but I'm on the treadmill, bro. I've been running. I ran today on the treadmill for 15 minutes.
Nice.
But I don't know. I do okay. It's funny because a lot of people arm wrestle with me and they say, wow, your endurance is amazing. But what's really happening is I'm changing up the muscles I'm using mid-match. And so they're just getting really tired and I'm just switching up all the different muscles I'm using. So I stay relatively fresh. So but it feels like I have great endurance to them. But I could go, it depends on the level, man. Depends on who I'm arm wrestling against and what styles they do. If they pull me to a hook or if I'm top rolling or blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things it depends on, Gary.
Well, because think about this. If it's an ROTN and there's 10 guys and it's Derek as the number one heavy guy, and then it drops down to like 200 pounds after that, Derek's going to have a pretty easy day, right? There's not a lot of 200-pound humans that are going to be able to deal with Derek, right? Even if there's 9 of them after him, it's going to be really, really difficult. But if there's Derek and then a guy who is very close to him within 10 pounds, and then another guy 10 pounds, and another guy 10 pounds, and then 200 pounds, then it gets a little more interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have my second Patreon. How do I find out who signed up?
It should send you an email.
I have
You're the tech guy, Gary. I'm not supposed to know this shit. You're supposed to know this stuff. You're the tech guy.
I have my second Patreon.
I think Mizelle was pumping your Patreon in the chat.
Mizelle, our moderator?
Moderator of the arm wrestling community.
Yeah. Is he a moderator on every channel yet? I think he might be. I know he's on mine.
Well, yours, mine, and now Gary's for sure.
Wait a minute. I have Mizelle Jador is a Patreon.
Nice.
Armchair Arm Wrestler and Frank Rocks.
Look at that.
Jordan Champ. I got 4 Patreons. Booyah! Booyah! Dude, listen, let me tell you something. Okay. I'm going to beat Travis. Travis is good at a bunch of people getting him to give him, money for different events. I'm going to prove my concept can beat finding people to put in big money. I'm going to have a lot of people put in a little bit of money, and I want to host. My dream in arm wrestling would 20K events every month for life. That's my dream. That's what I'm going to try to do. If you wanted to pinpoint what Gary Roberts' dream is, 20K events every month for life, all eternity. And I believe crowdsourcing is the key to longevity. Just like Netflix, when you pay your $8, $9, whatever to Netflix, they use that money to create content that you turn watch and you're happy. That's all.
They keep a little bit of it. They keep a little bit of it.
No, they get paid. They get paid for sure. But the money is to create content. Okay. Right. I was back to the steroids topic. I think I've altered. I used to care about steroids.
Yeah.
I was listening to your guys' thing last night, and now I'm trying to redirect my focus. What is going to get views? When people say Gary Roberts is all about the views, I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm coming to a conclusion that it's not necessarily all about the views. It's about how do I maximize my efficiency? Like, Derek,
Right. Don't waste time doing stupid stuff.
Like, would I rather one video have 10,000 views or 10 videos with 1,000 views? It just makes more sense to find the ability to get one video to have 10,000 views. And then if you can do that, why not 10 videos at 10,000 views? Like,
straight bangers, all of them slapping.
Yeah.
Just every video just dropping like it's hot. I like it, Gary.
So I'm asking you, and I don't know the answer to this question, but the more and more I pay attention to the sport of arm wrestling or fitness in general, strongman, powerlifting, is the average viewer who watches sports loves big hulky freaks. Is that,
Of course.
Is that the case? Like, do they? Like, am I a losing battle if I'm trying to clean a sport when the viewer, in the old days, the viewer was the arm wrestler, but now we're trying to reach a mass audience. Does the mass audience want it?
I think the mass audience wants the big freak shows.
Yeah, everybody wants to see Mark McGuire just churn out home runs. Don't give a fuck about that steroid stuff. They want to see the big stuff.
Think about it with the WAL. Who are the biggest stars? Is it the middleweights? Is it the lightweights? Or is it the heavyweights? Of course, it's the heavyweights.
Are you insinuating that the super heavyweights and WAL are taking steroids there, John?
I would hope so. If I was a super heavyweight in the WAL, I would be taking steroids for sure, 100%.
I have it on good word that Mike Aiello has never taken a steroid in his life. All right, I have that on good authority.
Good authority.
Yeah,
very interesting. Very interesting take. I like that.
So my point is that if that's the case, do I just get on board? I think I wrote down, Uncle John, you said last night, and I believe you're a little bit a hypocrite on this, because in the last a few shows ago, I heard you say, I'm all for steroids. But then last night you said, I do not support any illegal activity.
Yes, that's correct, because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not going to support steroids on my channel. Are you crazy?
All right, let's check this out right now, Gary. All right, I'm looking at the chat room. I actually have my laptop open. I'm on the chat. Let's see how many people spam the number 1. If you want to see Derek go super shredder, steroided out monster who can't fit through doorways, or if you would rather me not jump on a bunch of steroids and just try to work hard and take a couple more years to try to reach some sick goals. Do you guys spam it? Number 1, if you want me to go super shredder, or just nothing if you want me to stay nothing.
While we're doing that, Nathan Moorhead with a $4.99, he says steroids should be banned.
Look at Gary spamming 1.
Everyone wants to take shortcuts. Wrong. John is the most popular because he done it looking like my neighbor. John Brzezinski does not look like your neighbor. And I'm pretty sure John Brzezinski has admitted to steroid use in the past. Has he not?
He admitted to TRT, I think, publicly.
Yeah.
Look, see all those ones? See,
Here's
everybody
the deal.
wants to see
Derek,
Super Shredder
Derek.
Testing.
I just think
Uncle John and Gary are spamming 1.
Dude, Super Shredder Derek is an action figure that I want right now.
Dude.
Right now.
Can that be my arm wrestling nickname? Super Shredder? Oh my God, I found it. Can that please be it? Can I just have Super Shredder as my nickname?
I solemnly swear to call you Super Shredder Derek from now on. Period.
Figured it out, guys. There
Julian, there's a little feedback on your audio. Can you make sure your connections are good?
All right, guys.
Derek,
Let's stop with the 1s. Jesus.
I have a little bit of a bias because I just feel that your channel would explode if you documented it. I don't know if YouTube, Uncle John's saying you can't, they won't allow you to document steroid use. Is that true?
That's not necessarily true, but you have to be very, very careful with the way you do it. And you must, like, if you go to that More Plates, More Dates guy, right? He has all sorts of documentation at the beginning of his videos saying this is for educational purposes, blah, blah, blah. And that allows him to talk about it. But there are specific rules about what you can and cannot show as far as illegal drugs go on YouTube. They are very serious about that.
But in the world of documentaries, they're pretty.
Not on YouTube. It's not about the documentary. It's about the fact that it's on YouTube.
No, but YouTube is it's transitioning. Cinema is transitioning to.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I think he's talking about how people care more about YouTube than they do in movies and TV nowadays.
What I'm saying is, Travis wants to get on ESPN. He wants to get on CBS.
Who cares about them? They get less views than YouTube does.
That's what I'm saying. Reality show, documentaries. YouTube is a real avenue for
Julian,
legitimate.
You got to take care of your microphone, brother. It's driving me nuts.
Julian, your microphone's jacked up.
Is it? All right.
There's feedback. My point is, man, what's the movie about the Olympics with the
Cool Runnings? Cool Runnings.
Icarus.
I like Cool Runnings. I'm going Cool Runnings.
Icarus.
I don't care what you
about
say.
the Russians and the steroid.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I haven't watched that. I've been meaning to watch it, but I heard it's heavily related. Are you saying that documentary cannot air on YouTube?
I don't know. All I know is that when I make a new video, there's a spot that I have to click whether my content has any kind of drug use or anything like that, and they will fire you up. They will demonetize your videos if you do not follow their rules very specifically. There was all sorts of, like 2 years ago, there was all sorts of channels where people would smoke weed and they would do reviews of marijuana, right? Right there on YouTube. YouTube wised up to it and they're like, nah, not anymore, boys. And try to find one now. They don't exist. It's gone.
Yeah.
Interesting subject that you mentioned, and there's got to be ways around it. Like, for instance,
I'm sure.
Cocoa Pebbles. You could be like, man, I'm trying some Cocoa Pebbles today. What? Just came in the bottle of Cocoa. No,
Gary, you already tried it before. I say you hop back on the juice. You film the whole thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And put it out there.
Here's the deal. If I was single, I was going to do it 100% because I believe that I'm up for challenges like that. My wife said, I'll leave you.
She doesn't want beefcake, Gary? Boom, baby,
she has this thing with illegal activity. She has this thing with the illegal activity as well.
Yeah, she's a normal, reasonable person. That's the problem.
Okay,
We are
guys.
not normal, reasonable people.
Uncle John, you're the host. I got to step away for a second to make sure I may or may not be back. Can you hide me?
Okay.
Are you going to make me host?
Yeah. Derek.
Hey.
I'm so proud of you, man. You're a beast. Keep doing the good
I'm so
work.
proud of you for being proud of me. Thank you.
Keep doing the Lord's work, man. And I don't usually say that. I don't know where that came from. Okay.
Hey, Julian, I'm trying to read that tattoo underneath your neck. Does that say no regrets?
No, it says trust no one.
Oh. If it said no regrets, I was going to be so hyped on that tattoo right now.
No, it says trust no one.
Hey, Julian is a volunteer cameraman for the Waxahachie event this weekend.
Oh yeah, I was a
bro.
volunteer cameraman for Gary a few times, actually. I did this. Yeah.
Hey, did I miss a super chat? No, we got Nathan Moorhead in there. And we just had another super chat from Herpes Asperini again, my favorite. My favorite, man. Says, did Gary suffer brain damage growing up in Kentucky? I don't know. We'll ask him when he comes back, though. That's for sure.
Real potential there.
A lot of good potential. So, guys, tonight on the list of things, of course, we got steroids. We got Devon quitting training. He's not going to train anymore, he says. Supposedly, kind of, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
And Julian, what brings you on the show? You got something to contribute, or are you just going to sit there shirtless?
No, I was actually about
like
to put a shirt on, but y'all were talking about my audio and shit. But no, I was jumping on for the steroid and a couple
Are
other
you on
topics.
steroids, Julian?
No.
Are
Never
you going to
will
be
I
on
be.
steroids?
Mm-mm.
So here's my thing, Derek. Artem and I talked last night about steroids quite a bit, and I'm just after this whole Ryan Bowen RVJ thing, and I came to the realization of how insanely expensive actual drug testing is, paired with the fact that it can still be beat, even though it's incredibly expensive. What are we doing? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Stop it. I don't care anymore.
It's purely the only argument you could possibly make for it actually happening in our sport would be towards getting to the Olympics. Like that could be the only but even only because they'd want to see it. But I mean, even the most cleanest countries, their dudes test positive all the fucking time at world championships. So it's just like everybody's taking the shit.
My thing about steroids is you still have to put in the work. You can't just take steroids and sit on the couch and expect, to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when people
also,
say, oh, if you take steroids, it's unfair.
A counterpoint to that argument might be if you have low testosterone or you don't have, your normal dude, and then you take a bunch of testosterone and you're feeling great, it's a little easier to go to the gym. You heal up a little bit faster and you want to go to the gym.
That's understandable if you're, 35 plus and you have low testosterone, you got to get on TRT or something like that. But actually, SARMs or Toradol or whatever, D-ball, all that shit, actual steroids. I mean,
well, I've heard some top guys
put in the work.
I've heard some top guys say, okay, guys, even without the steroids, the guys who are taking it, who are top guys in the world right now, we would still be top guys because we've proven that we're down to put in the work. You're down to put in the work when you feel great because you're on steroids. So I just want to see, okay, suddenly you stop taking it. Suddenly you're a normal Joe, testosterone, everything plummets. How early are you going to wake up and go to that gym? I want to see that, but not saying they're not telling the truth. I'm just saying that's something that should be discussed because it definitely does help you feel better and be more motivated to go do shit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The
line for me of importance comes at the fact that it's not reliable in the end. It's that the testing's not reliable. So what does it mean? Let's say we have the best testing and it's still only 70. I don't know. What is it? 70% reliable, 80%, 50%. I have no idea, but it's not 100% reliable. So then what the hell are we doing? We're just jerking around for no reason.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got a great example, actually. USADA, which that's what the UFC uses, one of the supposedly the greatest anti-doping agencies ever. TJ Dillashaw got popped with EPO or EPO, whatever it is. And somehow he's been using it for years and he just now got popped for it 2 years ago or whatever. He's just now about to come off a suspension. But there was several, I guess how much, when they finally did test him for it, he had large amounts in him or whatever. And so it went back a couple fights more than what he said he was taking it. And that's one of the best anti-doping agencies probably in the United States. And they still can't even get it 100%. So.
Right. Also, Ms. El Jador says super chats go towards a shirt for Julian. If we can get another $25 in super chats, I will send Julian an Uncle John t-shirt. 100%.
You need to get me an Uncle John t-shirt. Why am I not repping your channel?
I don't know. I will send you one too. Send me your address in
4XLT. It has to be 4XLT.
I don't even know if Teespring does that big.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up, we'll find a blanket in your house. You're gonna cut the sleeves out of a blanket and you're gonna makeshift it into a t-shirt form. That's how it's gonna be, and I'll look like a giant woolly man.
The sad thing is, I make t-shirts. So
there you go. There you go. Nice.
Tyler Arm Wrestling.
All I know is that the testing is bullshit as far as they can't catch everything.
Right.
In a bro sciencey steroid topic, which we don't know anything about, in a sport that's bro sciencey as fuck that we don't know anything written down about, our whole community is just us just bouncing off the walls trying to figure shit out, right? This whole fucking arm wrestling thing is just a clusterfuck. That's it, and there's proof in that, in the fact that I did one video with Larry Wheels where I actually had some structure in something I'm teaching, and it blew everyone's fucking minds. Me actually having a way of teaching something like structure, right? Because that doesn't exist, and so everything's just flippy floppy and fucked up, and we're all just trying to figure it out. That's what I think.
I do too. I feel like it's just a lot of talk. And also, people don't realize there's so many new people coming into the sport. They don't realize we've already had this conversation literally 8,000 times just in the last 10 years. Every 3 months, we recycle through the same exact garbage over and over and over again. So at the end of the day, for me, I do not care anymore. I think if you want to have a super match, instead of saying, oh, we're going to spend $10,000 on drug testing, spend the $10,000, give each guy $5 and say, you must do steroids.
Yeah, let's see who can take the most.
See who the biggest man is at the table. Bill Baker with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Bill. Much appreciated. All the super chats appreciated. Thank you guys in the chat for being here.
Is that Brad Cook in the chat? From
Brad Cook is in the chat.
Oh, my boy Brad Cook in there.
The old 217. Everybody go subscribe to 217.
Yeah, some, like,
awesome content.
We gotta get some stuff going for Brad. You know, I don't want him to stop filming arm wrestling. Can we just get like a can we get a Brad's the man in the chat room? Can we just get a bunch of Brad's the man just spamming the chat right now, please? You guys, Brad is thinking about stopping filming these tournaments, and we can't lose him. He has the best quality out of any person filming this shit. I don't know if you guys know. Brad's the man. Can we get that? Can you little spam, please? Don't do it, Brad. Stay strong.
We also got Ryan Espy in the chat. Thanks for being here, Ryan. He also said earlier he thought all three of us have the same haircut. It's very possible.
I don't have the part. You have the part on the side. I don't have that.
I do have a little part. I just got my haircut this morning, so it's looking.
I had it yesterday.
Pretty sharp.
I got my haircut like Saturday or some shit. I actually shaved my beard off and everything, so I probably look completely different from the last time y'all seen me.
I like it.
Yeah.
We got Cobra Rhodes in the chat as well.
Is that the real Cobra? Because I'm starting to not trust any names I see.
That is the real Cobra.
Okay.
Real Cobra.
Cobra's the man. Yeah.
Also, I have a troll that's now called Uncle John Brezink, which is hilarious.
I have like a Derek Sagnashvili or some shit, and then there's like
that one too.
There's like a Derek's Silver Bullet. Someone's that one. I forget. There's a couple good ones. Oh, someone makes me and Artem like Dartem Taranenko or Smith. There's some weird shit like that. I forget.
Well, we just gotta get for the Super Shredder, Derek Super Shredder. Now somebody's gonna do that real quick.
I gotta make that Super Shredder name. I gotta take that.
All those names, they're very, very creative. Whoever like thinks of that, that's just fucking hilarious.
I think it's like 5 guys, and they have like 19 accounts each.
It's very possible.
That's what it seems like.
Mean Machine Arm Wrestling with $2 super chat. He says Derek needs a shirt. B&T is expensive AF. What is B&T?
That's big and tall.
Oh, big and tall.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Little guys don't understand what B&T stands for, right? Big and tall.
Dude, and tall. I went to the mall and I bought a shirt and it was size large.
Oh my God. Well, they make those like for adults? That was like an adult store?
It was an adult store. I mean, it was a Godzilla shirt. It was probably for a kid, actually, but I don't know.
Oh wait, dude. So wait, we're like, I got a shirt. Let me help out. Let me rock a shirt for somebody here. Let's put a shirt on.
We'll get Derek promoting some merch. In the meantime, Mizell Jador doing a killer job at moderating. Go subscribe to Mizell Jador as well if you want to see some pretty impressive lifting, some strong stuff. He's got some good things going on over there. Oh, is that a Vosgin shirt?
Arm wrestling apparel from Vosgin. He gave me one, the biggest one he had, the tightest shirt I've ever worn in my life. But I have yet to really rep it. So Here you guys go. You know, arm wrestling apparel from Vosgin Segoyan, multiple world champion. Throwing it on for him, little help my boy up.
Dude, do you know that in 2017 I went to the Arnold's and I shared a room with Vosgin? How
was that?
It was awesome because that was the same year that Dimitri Trubin and a bunch of guys from wherever Dimitri's from were there. Nobody spoke any English, but I just hung out with Vosgin and Dimitri Trubin the entire weekend. It was amazing.
Awesome. Vosgin's hilarious. He's actually really funny.
awesome guy. Once you get to know Vosget, like he's kind of scary if you don't know him. He's kind of scary. But then once you know him, is hilarious. Amazing.
Daniel Urick, is Derek ever going to unload that box in my dresser? You don't worry about that fucking box in my dresser, Daniel. All right? I'll worry about chopping down trees when you worry about my box, all right? Son of a bitch.
Dude, that is something that you could use on your lives. What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box? What's in the box? What's in the box? See all the memes and shit? What's in the box? Dude, I should make a video of me trying to chop down trees. I could look like Paul Bunyan because I'm huge. That would be great. There we go.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Cobra Rhodes says, I'll be in Austria with Uncle John when the borders open up. Look, here's the deal. Cobra and I are going on a world tour.
I'm in. Say less.
We are going everywhere with the Uncle John and Cobra Rhodes. Will be live from all over the place, different countries, everywhere you could possibly.
Is this serious or are you joking? Are you guys really gonna do it?
We are in the planning stage right now. It's really hard because we don't know when things are opening up. Right. But when they do open up, I'm coming to the States immediately. I'm going to pick up Cobra. We're going to go all over the place. So if anybody wants to hang out with me and Cobra, let us know and we'll figure something out.
So you're going to be traveling just around the States and shit?
We'll probably start in the States, but we would like to go. I mean, Cobra is so beloved in the arm wrestling community around the world that we would like to go everywhere that we possibly can. And I think that would be really cool because I really want to see Cobra pulling some people and maybe getting on the table and stretching things out a little bit. I would be very excited. And I want to arm wrestle Cobra too, right? Like that's going to be some good learning for me. Lloyd Christmas, a $2 super chat, says, shout out to Derek's YouTube channel. I agree. Shout out Derek Smith. Go sign up to that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be changing the name here shortly.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, what is it gonna be?
Maybe Super Shredder Derek at Hotmail.
I was just about to say that.
Or something. No, I don't know. I got to change it though because the Derek Smith arm wrestling kind of lame. I got to get something cooler than that. And
a little catchier.
So.
You should get like a logo too. Get like an artist to like do a cool rendition of something.
I got big things coming. I had a whole meeting with someone. I'm going to get someone to film me and edit because your boy isn't doing too hot on this, right? So the quality is going to go up. And then, big things coming because there's so many channels to compete with now. I'm going to have to set myself aside somehow. I'm going to have to get better quality. Like I can't keep going here and looking like a fucking amateur with these boxes in the background. John has a goddamn studio and merch. Like, what am I doing here with my life? Like I'm falling way behind. I just got lucky with some collabs. That's it. I got to keep riding this wave.
All the process. I love it. 217 Brad Cook says, Uncle John, come to Strongest Badge August 14th. You too, Derek. I would love to. 100%. As soon as that border gets opened up, ready to rock. You say the word, I'm going to be there.
Do you have a time limit on when it's going to be open? Like, do y'all have anything?
I can't even leave the province I live in right now.
That's
if
crazy.
I come visit Canada, do I have to do anything special? If I'm there for like 5 days and I come back?
Quarantine.
Yep.
2
Even
weeks.
if I'm from out, if I'm the foreigner, I still have to quarantine there.
Correct.
Yep.
No, that's some bullshit.
And if you test positive, you go to a government facility and you have to pay for it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the craziest.
I was thinking about going up there visiting Devon too, and it's not looking too good, Dev. Sorry, bud.
No, that's crazy.
I can't even go visit Devon right now. I would have to quarantine going from Nova Scotia to Ontario. That's how insane it is here. It's ridiculous. It makes, it's.
Is it your guys' what is he? What the president? What's he called? Justin Trudeau? What's
the prime minister?
Prime minister. Isn't he like in Florida right now, just living life or something?
Probably. I don't know what that guy does.
That's some host shit.
But it's the difference. It's the difference between Canada has socialized healthcare, right? So everyone pays when somebody gets sick, whereas in the United States, you're kind of on your own, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more. That's why I prefer that style because then I get to make my own decisions based on my lifestyle. Now I have to I don't get to make my own decisions. The government makes all the decisions for me, which I hate. But what can you do?
Well, I'm excited to see you get out there, John. I'm 90% sure you haven't left the studio since COVID started.
I have not.
So I'm excited to see you travel and get out there a little bit.
I'm starting to go like blind from just seeing these lines over and over and over again. Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
Definitely have to stop through Texas, man, when you make your way to the States.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I'm going to go as many places I possibly can. I'm going to let Stephen Dussel into the chat. Anybody who wants to come into the chat, feel free to come in. Just have a question, have a comment, something like that. Julian, I'm going to let you out for now so we can bring Steve in. But thank you very much, brother, for being here. I appreciate it.
If Gary comes back on, I'm going to jump back on here because
All right. Sounds good, brother.
All right, later.
All right. See you later, man. All right. Let's get Mr. Steve Dussel. Cobra messaged me, said send the link. Cobra, the link is right at the top of the chat. If you just click that link at the top of the chat, you can zoom in and feel free to come on down. Let me see here. There we go. I'm going to hide Gary as well because that's starting to annoy me. There we go.
What's up, Steve?
Steve,
Hey.
welcome to the party. Name, location. Where are you from, buddy?
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Like, do you know, like, are you around like Jason Merlot?
Yeah, no, he's in North Jersey. I'm in South Jersey, but yeah, I've hung out with him a few times at competitions here.
Is there like a fight between North and South Jersey? Is it like rivalry?
No, yeah, it's just between us. Yeah, there is between certain guys. I'd say there was.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you got going on tonight? What brings you on?
I was gonna see if anybody wanted to comment and talk about that. The guys from Georgia came over and pulled over.
Perfect. I was going to ask you about that if you were there. Awesome, yeah.
No, I was invited, but I didn't get to make it out there.
Oh, geez, man! I thought you were I heard because Tim Bresnan made a comment on Facebook saying that Zaza was acting like a child and was being disrespectful, and the whole country of Georgia should be ashamed of the way he acted. That's what Tim Bresnan put on.
I think that if one of our guys would have gave him a loss, they would have shut their mouth a little bit, but they were very cocky.
The Georgian guys were cocky.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, the Georgian guys were?
Yeah, absolutely.
I only saw a little bit. So who are the super matches? I saw Zach D. Lee had a super match. Sam Pofter had a super match. And there was another one.
Chris Michaels, I think.
Chris Michaels.
Yeah, it was cool to see some like top hardcore foreign, arm wrestlers make their way out here. And they were even wearing the Georgia, Team Georgia shirts and stuff like that. So it's cool to see them represent and do their best. I got a little worried about them when I started hearing the USA chants surrounding them. I was like, guys, oh God, they're making it a country versus country thing. Oh God. And they start chanting USA. I was like, no one did that. When I went to Turkey, no one was like, Turkey, Turkey, Turkey. As I was getting beat. Like, Jesus, that would suck. Oh, there he is, the legend.
There's the man, Cobra Rhodes. Just got to unmute yourself there, brother. There it is.
How are you, Uncle John? Gentlemen. Hey, D. What up, big man?
Hey, what's up?
Look at this, Cobra Rhodes, 165 pounds, just ready to rock.
Yeah, old boy made me want to get.
Oh, he had a shirt on. You took it off for the show.
Yeah,
okay.
Man, I had on my fur coat, but then I saw old boy. I started feeling like, ready to go, baby. I don't need.
He was
no
calling you
mouthpiece.
out. Okay.
I don't need no mouthpiece. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I got it. Woo. I'd join you, but people would be signing off. We'd lose a lot of viewers. Sadly, if I put a shirt on.
How's everyone tonight? How's everybody in the chat?
Everyone feels good. We got 132 people in here. It's going well. A lot of talk.
Uncle John, I was doing those little hand exercises you showed me, man. My hand's getting there. I'm closing it. I'm learning something about this thing. Crazy thing about the sport, man. You never stop learning, and that's really a beautiful thing. It's just always transitions. It's really, really exciting. Just like golf. I don't even like to go watch the Tigger and those guys. I like to go and watch the seniors. I can see what's going on. The swing is slow enough. I can understand. You go watch those guys, Bubba Watson, those guys, the swing's so fast. You go, holy shit. but you don't learn anything. You know what I mean? No, slow motion, baby, slow motion. Stir that coffee.
Old dude's got it figured out.
I got a question for Cobra, but 217 says, how many likes are we missing? Right now we have 70 likes and 134 people in this chat. I think we can get those likes up. I love it. I love
better,
it.
man. There should be $2 in there by now, Uncle John.
I agree.
You gotta set the bar, John.
More likes. Well, Cobra, here's a question. Let's imagine like you were basically 154, 165, literally your entire career, right?
Yeah.
Your entire life for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say in our imaginations, it's like the early 90s and Cobra makes the decision to get as heavy as he possibly can by any means necessary. How big do you think you could have gotten if there was no limit on food intake, on special
on how much gorilla piss I could take?
Correct.
The guys that I know in the game, top guys, world champions and all this, they'd always say to me, Cobra, we could have you. That's what I made a little joke in your chat. I said, Cobra, if you walked in at 220, man, it's over. And like Dr. So-and-so will take care of you. Dr. So-and-so will take care, mention one of our brothers' names. And I'd be like, nah, I'm cool, man. You see what I did the last 18 months, I'll be all right. I'll take a couple butt whoopings,
What's the biggest you ever been, Cobra?
Say it again.
What's the biggest you ever been?
179 pounds.
And how did you feel at 179?
Same as I did at 150.
Did you ever feel a little more sluggish with your head?
With my head? Dude, I feel sluggish now. I mean, sluggish? You mean from like?
I mean, like if I put on like a little more weight, my hit tends to slow down as much. Like, I feel like the trimmer I am, then the faster I hit, I feel out.
Oh, I don't.
It might
the
be
better
just for me.
wrestler I am, the better I control the match. That's what I think. But no, never sluggish from something. Maybe after a tournament, I felt a little sluggish, like the next afternoon when I was trying to get to the airport. You know what I mean? But no, not when it was time to bang. That wasn't the case.
Right. By the way, Mazel Jador doing a great job as a moderator. He just put Cobra Rhodes channel up. Go and subscribe to Cobra Rhodes' new channel.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Derek.
Yep.
Bro, what was the nicest thing that you dined on when you were in the desert with Larry?
I'm very not picky person. I'm down for whatever. So we went to a Bosnian restaurant, and that was good. It was a bunch of like kebab meat and stuff like that, and
some
different
dumplings as well. Did you have?
I didn't get any dumplings. I would have. They ordered for me, so I got what they served me up on this big platter full of meat and breads and like rices and stuff like that. But I mean, I ordered when I was there. I ordered a bunch of hummus and naan and garlic naan and fucking garlic chicken or butter chicken.
Right? Oh man.
Dude, I ate a lot.
Nothing like butter, buddy.
Yeah, I love all that food there. It was great.
Drooling right now.
Well, when we went to the big dinner where they had Larry there and Levon and Vitaly and everybody went to that big dinner. They had it catered by. Yeah, they had the guys that owned the hotel we were in like the Sheraton. There was like 4 billionaires in that room. There was a bunch of people in the room. They were super rich, and they had it catered.
I know what billionaires smell like, boy.
Dude, that place is crazy. But it was catered by the #1 doner meat place in Istanbul. They had it catered, and the dudes were just walking around with trays of meat, and I would eat all my meat, and they'd be like, "You want more?" And they start unloading meat on the plate. Yeah. Oh my god! Levon eats like a bird. He didn't even finish his whole plate. I was talking so much shit. I was poking at him and stuff. Like, you know, eat that.
You seen his frame 7-8 years ago, right? Of course he eat like a bird. He's skinny as me.
I did. Yeah, I surprised him and Vitaly didn't even finish their plate. I had like 3 plates full of food, but I'm a big overfed American. So
they gave him that gastro thing. They put the bands on him. They're like, man, put that shit in your arm.
Yeah. All his food goes right to his forearms.
We gonna get into nutrition. Don't worry about that. You don't need.
Yeah, no, it was a super ridiculous trip. Like I can't even. I'm still tripping out on it.
Man, I'm happy for the sport, but all that. You know, Uncle John and I, we talk a lot. We're real happy.
Yeah,
real happy.
More to come. And I hear you guys are gonna have your own tour going on. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's Uncle John's a man. I know what I'm doing, fool.
Yeah, John, you got. I mean, like, I want to see you on the camera, John, but I also want to see like slick ass Cobra just rolling through these places, and you just following him and seeing him
Bro,
like,
I'm not
"What
slick.
up, man?
I'm
What
slow
up? What up?"
motion, bro. I'm slow motion.
Yeah.
I'm not slick. I'm not slick. Uncle John's slick as all shit. But I'm
Well,
slow
you're just gonna
motion.
know everyone, every promoter, every like top federation guy. Everybody's gonna know Cobra everywhere you go. You guys just get hooked up. So it's really cool to see. Yeah.
Right. We're really chasing chefs. That's what we're doing. We're trying to
Oh.
eat.
Oh, I want to come.
I
I
can
can't
get
do
to
it.
that 220.
We're gonna bulk Cobra up, and he is gonna dominate.
Dude,
My ass
that'd be
gonna
crazy.
hurt, boy. If I'm at 220, you know my ass hurts.
All right, so Cobra, right before you came in, we were talking about there was a tournament with a multitude of super matches in was it in New Jersey, Steve?
New York, I think, New
In
York.
New York, and it was some Georgians that came.
Mhm.
And there was a little bit of discussion about the intensity. Like the Georgians, I think they won every single match, right?
I get it.
I think
get it.
Yeah, I get it.
So what do you know about, I mean, obviously Levin, he's a Georgian. They have a pretty good program over there,
Yeah.
but what are your thoughts on Georgia in general as far as putting out amazing arm wrestlers?
Georgia always has since the late 80s when Valentag Massoliani, their coach, he was their original WAF coach. And when they showed up on the scene, it was all business. It was right off the tips of USSR team, right, when they all split up. And those guys were all serious. Grozny, Georgia, a very hard, like Kazakhstan. These people, they work very hard for things. It's different than here, bro. We're so spoiled. It's horrible. It's fucking bad, bro. But
I talked to a Georgian about that when I was in Dubai. I said something about Georgian arm wrestling, and he goes, in Georgia, he goes, our country has been taken over. There's been so many wars, and it's been taken over so many different times that the people there are hard. Like they're very hard. They don't mess around with anything. Like they're very serious.
And this is not a game or a choice either. It's a different thing. That's what I can try to tell Uncle John. We've had the talks, right? I don't want to go into it. But yeah,
it's just a different way of life.
A whole different world of wanting something. You know, like my boy, who's my guy here, down there in Nashville. I love the man. Decorated in the trenches, Desert Storm, and all these war. Jason Gully.
Oh, Gully, yeah.
Never been beat.
Yeah.
You know the brand, never been beat. Thought about that. You know, he and I we've talked all our lives. In the sport since he's been in the sport. Of course, I'm a dinosaur, so I've been around like Barney. And I took that brand into my heart when he talked. Like I was like, dude, that's so you. And this is the thing with this brand and what I get from it, and I shared it with him. And the advertising campaign come out for him soon. I'm just setting it up. But it is myself. I never been beat. I lost a lot of battles. I lost matches. I lost a lot of things. But I still got oxygen in my lungs. I ain't never been beat. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the nuts of you guys that are banging now arm wrestling know, that some of these old cats that older cats that I know, they never been beat either. You guys don't know some of their names, but you guys are the cut from the same cloth, or else it wouldn't. I mean, we're on the cyber doohickey now, but you still got it in here.
Right.
I know you do. And it's it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad I'm around to see it. See, because I got oxygen in there and I ain't never been beat. Lost a whole lot of matches, but I never been beat.
I like that. I think it's a good type of philosophy because nothing beats a human like arm wrestling, right?
No.
As far as sports go.
No, it's right there, man. It's right there. There's no wind that's gonna blow that extra point or that field goal wide left. It's right there. It's cut and dry. It's just all done. It's all done. Referees don't matter because you know. At the end of the day, you know what went down.
That's it. And I think so. Steve, what did you see with the Georgians then? Or you too, Derek? You watched the video. what was it about the Georgians? Were they out of control? I felt them to be very excitable, but I didn't see any in the video. I didn't see anything too outrageous.
I just seen they had a lot of the footage on Sam's matches, and he had a couple chances like to turn the match around, I guess, and they were getting souped up and cheering for him, I guess trying to get him into the game. And then after he lost, I think he pulled Chris, and the guy blasted Chris, and Chris is a good bowler. I pulled him, and he's deep hook bowler, and that was impressive. And I think he just, with all the screaming, I think Chester got to get heated and excited. You know what I mean? Banging on the table, and
yeah.
How long have they been
I
on
don't think it was
US soil?
necessarily disrespectful. I don't think it was disrespectful.
No,
Just riding the wave, you know what I mean? Riding that momentum.
You know, it's not disrespect. It's passion. How long had those guys' toes been on soil before they were at the arm wrestling table?
I honestly don't know.
They
have
came
no
over for the competition.
I'm not sure if that was the case or not, but they were all traveling
Does
together.
anyone in the chat know that?
I don't know.
Tell you what,
I just saw the matches.
I was wondering how they got over here too, and if they were stuck here, if they were training here or what.
Soviet Georgia, like back in I don't know, 91 or 92 or something, when I left Russia, I did some training stuff there. And then I flew into Stockholm, Sweden. And I was hammered leaving Moscow. And I got off the plane in Stockholm, and they drove me right to this back of a trailer like thing in this big old fair in the middle of Fornosa, Sweden. And they had all the Scandinavian champions lined up. I think it's on UFace, but
it is on YouTube. Yeah. Nice.
Magnus and all the kids. And I don't know how I got here, but it's arm wrestling. I'm glad you guys are carrying this shit on though.
Absolutely. Well, Steve, thanks so much for coming on, buddy. We're gonna open her up for the next one, but great topic. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me on, man. And if you guys come by Philly or Atlantic City or anything like that, let me know. I got practices over here. I'd love for you to stop by.
You're in Philly, boy?
I'm 10 minutes, 20 minutes from Philly, and I'm like 20 minutes from AC. So
how far are you from Germantown?
Germantown, an hour.
Okay.
About an hour. It's about a half hour to Philly.
That's usually where I spot up when I come through.
Absolutely. Hit me up. I would love to grip up, man. That would be great.
Yeah, just don't take it easy on the pimp.
Hey, I'm there to learn. I ain't here to beat nobody.
Me too. I'm learning.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep. Take it easy, man.
Uncle John, can I stay?
Of course.
Can I stay?
This is
Yeah, look at my forearm is getting thicker than my bicep. Look at it's officially getting wider than my bicep.
Oh, that's okay. How's your hand doing? Let me see your hand, D. Let me see your hand. Push it up. Put your fingers back there for me. This nice and easy. You ain't gonna break them, baby. Slow motion right at the tops.
Like they go about that far, and then the pain starts up after that.
Right there. You feeling all that in there?
Oh yeah. I did cupping. I did forearms today.
Yeah. So you take that noise slow and just play with it all forever. Your free time. I'm
trying to get that full. I'm trying to get that full cup in. I can't do that yet. Touch my forearm like Devon. I'm trying to.
No. Don't worry about that. Stretch those, because all that tendons coming through, and you're gonna get stronger at every range. The longer the stronger.
The longer, the stronger. I'm with it. That's it.
No, man, you're snapping it like you in judo class. No, slow down, bro. You look like Jim Cotta or something.
Hey, I got a question for you,
Uncle
Cobra.
John, you scared the fuck out of me.
You inspired me.
Giving them tips.
This question's gonna be a little technical. I don't know how much you like the technical questions, but
I think techniques are overrated.
Well, okay. I heard you mention control earlier. I forget the top, or just today. Like someone said something. You mentioned
control.
Yeah, you said. What Steve's asked you a question. And you said something about control, about the way you arm wrestled was more about control. Crap, I can't remember the exact sentence though. But
I get
it. But it reminded me. Okay, so John arm wrestles from a base of control. His grip wise, like it's based in your hand and it's based off controlling you and kind of Berzing, right? A lot of his is based off control. He's just one guy. He's all right sometimes. But
Yeah,
and then I go
stand on you, I bet you that, buddy.
and then I talk to Ingen, right? And Ingen, his whole style is based off control, right? His is about gripping. This is about gripping deep and control. And I'm wondering, like, if it's a thing I'm going to run into a lot more as I look for it. If a lot of like the legendary greats where their whole style was based more off control rather than the complete, like I call it silver bullet arm wrestling, but flying in one crazy direction or doing some wild movement. It was more about controlling the hand, starting here, middle of the palm type of shit. I wonder if that is that like a
middle of the palm type of shit. No, bro. There's no wild movements to it. Things should be controlled.
Mm.
Your weapon should be controlled, but otherwise you're not in control. Right?
Mm.
You can't pin a guy until you can pin a guy. Right? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna
well, it's just like
Devon.
Devon, instead of controlling center table and stuff like that and controlling the palm, he's more out attacking one small angle where he can pry you open and then waiting and then looking for a chance to pin.
Devon gets it. Yeah, Devon gets it, but he's gonna get better. I mean, he avoids injury with his twig.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get better, and his muscles and his tendons are built up. He's been banging long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And he could do some like super things.
Yeah.
He could do some super things.
Yeah, I'm just saying, especially as time goes on nowadays, people are getting more and more divided in either control or this wild style of arm wrestling. I see people going one of two ways.
Well, that's a shame on them. The wild, I kind of get what you're saying about the wild style thing. That's what Uncle John, I talk to you when we talk about closing our hand. When a guy slips and he yells at the crowd, "Well, I got him now. I got him." No, you don't. But, that I see like a lot of that, like the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of someone standing in there and banging, Uncle, say it, Uncle John, saying no.
The hand has to say no, Cobra. That's the only answer.
You have to say no to your opponent. These top rollers are running away. They're all running away from
the power.
So, from my perspective, from being someone who has recently done a massive amount of research and a massive amount of discussion with Cobra about that philosophy, because control to me is a philosophy of arm wrestling.
Uncle John, I'm sorry, time out. But I want you to hold your thought.
Sure.
I really apologize. How many do we have in the chat now?
We got 153 with 106 likes.
Do we have, guys? We're gonna have a timeout. We're gonna bang these likes up because really, Uncle John, I appreciate you so much. And
Cobra Rhodes.
We've had
Woo! All right, guys.
Yeah,
105 likes, 152 people. Stream's been going for how long now? 86 minutes.
Bang this up because I really want to share.
That's crazy. It should at least be.
I really want to share something with our guys.
It should at least be at 160 likes, guys. That's ridiculous.
It's obvious you're not super chatting, so at least hit the like button. Jesus.
I love hearing this.
They pay me $8,000 to fly overseas. And that's not even counting the hotels and the food.
Dude, we have Cobra Rhodes is telling you guys to get more likes on a YouTube video. This is
amazing.
Great. This is great.
Amazing.
This is fabulous. Fabulous.
How we doing?
Let's get them up, guys.
Information yet, Uncle
We're up
John?
to 120. We're up to 120 already.
It's just a thumbs up, guys. Click it.
Yeah, if they hit like, tell them to let you know. That's simple. Where's Mazel?
Mazel is there. Mazel says, Cobra said, click thumbs up on the video. Absolutely, 100%. Also, a message to
guys. You gotta subscribe to Michelle Jador's page.
100%.
I'll tell you what, guys. We get 150 likes right now. I'll pick one thing out of the mystery box and show you what's in the mystery box. One thing.
So we doubled up in 2 minutes.
We got 137 likes. That's a pretty good jump. We also got a $5 super chat from the Swayze Express.
Thank you. Listen, you guys, subscribe, and you guys also subscribe to Mazel's page. I'm sure everyone in this chat is subscribed to Derek's page already. And most definitely understand that Uncle John rocks. Know this. If I ever
Cobra,
talk,
you're
if
amazing.
I mean, this stuff can be like goofy. I might tell you something, and I might change my mind. But Uncle John rocks. I'll stand on that.
Beautiful.
I'll do a shot of Fireball over there.
Shot of Fireball. So the Swayze Express wants to know, Cobra, what are you cooking for Easter dinner?
Oh, that will be a garlic infused leg of lamb, and I'll hit it with a sear rosemary. And also going to do something Native American that we used to do back home in Rhode Island, which is a little baby clam bake.
Ooh.
So it's the lobster cooked underground with the quail.
I'm coming over. I'm coming over. I'll be like 3
good.
portions of that. Sounds amazing.
For my son Gabriel, he's getting his license this year. My 6'5", 235-pound 15-year-old. He is savage. He is good and a beauty. His mom is like sawed off. I don't know how it happened.
Oh no, it's random. My dad's 5'9", my mom's 5'8".
Off the chain, bro. It's nuts. Anywho, okay, let's get back to pulling. Uncle John, please take over this.
I certainly will. We're going to get back to the philosophy of saying no, but first I want to run through. We just got a bunch of super chats. Thank you guys so much. We've got 217 with $4.99. He says 3 awesome people like the damn live stream, y'all. We're up to 141 likes. You guys are amazing. Mazel Jador with the $6.99 says my channel shout out from Cobra means the world. Bless you. Random admin says $2. Okay, fine. Take my lunch money. Random admin, I will put it to good use. And of course, Gary Roberts, ARMTV, he says, let me back on. All right, Gary, I'll let you back on your channel, I suppose.
Does he donate back to his own channel? Is that possible? You can
love it.
Oh, yeah.
We got Gary Roberts coming back. There are a couple other people in the chat as well. We'll try to get to you guys. We're just kind of rocking. But before we get Badlands Arm Sports, $5. Thank you so much. One of my patrons. Thank you, Badlands. For John, my favorite arm wrestling channel. Thank you, Badlands. You're the man. So I want to get back to the idea of the philosophy of saying no and what I've learned.
Hey, important station identification before you do that.
What kind?
I've been waiting as a very nice boy.
Hi, Gary.
My brother Cobra Rhodes. I've been waiting so patiently for my Adam Vandel, my product.
Dude, how do I get sponsored by the beef jerky shit? This is so ridiculous. How do I not have any beef jerky?
Hey, how does the pimp get some beef jerky? Uncle John, wait a minute. You've been working with the Big Dick Gangster for 3 months now, and I ain't seen no jerky.
I'll send you some biltong. This is the one I got left.
Send it to
Cobra, you know how to make jerky? I bet you make really good jerky.
Adam. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Product. Western Survivor. Guys, Western Survivor, they love ARMTV. They love arm wrestling. He's got some cool stuff going regarding getting his product distributed. So thank you very much in the house. It's really good. I'm probably not doing a great job on describing the product. It has no preservatives. It tastes amazing. It's like where you take all the water out.
Dehydrated.
And then of course we got Nat Fit.
Oh, you sweet boy.
Jamie
Oh,
Sheldon.
God bless you.
Hey, real quick. Oh, okay. Sorry, Uncle John. Back to saying no.
All right. So the philosophy of saying no, and this is just my thoughts and ideas of things I've been thinking about a lot since I've been talking to Cobra. And you'll notice that Ryan Bowen had put out a video on top rolling, and he talked about exploding hand technique. Cobra and I are going to be doing a bit of a video on exploding hand technique and the philosophy of saying no and what it really means. Because I feel like there was a lot left in the closet on Ryan's video.
There's nothing about exploding hand technique in that video except for what I forced.
Right. So Cobra and I are going to do a video reviewing that video. Right. And we're gonna talk a little bit about Cobra's philosophy, all that stuff. So that's going to be coming soon.
can I do a review of your review?
Please
Yes,
do.
Gary, please, please, Gary.
Only if I can review your review, Gary.
But Derek, no, I need you in my review of Gary's review of Uncle John and my review of Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever.
And then while we're airing those reviews, we can have Ryan Bowen in the chat reviewing the reviews.
Hey, no, dude will hide like England. It ain't
There's
gonna
a-
happen.
There's a limit to the reviewception.
That needs to be a t-shirt, hiding like Engen.
Review session. That was really, hey, sorry, Uncle John, just real quick, what do you mean by saying no? I know
So
you're doing
it's-
a video,
it's-
but
So
Yes,
think about
Uncle
this.
John, that question.
Yeah, right. Well, that's funny to start with. So Cobra, you know, I'll talk for a little bit and then you can
Just
tell
help me out. No, I don't want. Help him out.
So a lot of times I'm a top roller, right? In my entire career, my top roll has run away. I run away. So I'm not saying no. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing. This is,
Ooh, I had him. Give me the straps. We slipped.
there it is. And so the way I think about saying no is something I call punishment theory.
Finish the match.
Finish the match, make your opponent pay. Make him pay for everything. If he wants to slip, he has to pay the toll in order to slip. Okay? I'm going to crush that. I'm going to crush that as much as I can for as long as I can and make you pay. And that has a lot.
Uncle John is trained. Because he's trained, he's not worried about endurance.
Right.
And even if his endurance is poopy, he knows what he's doing.
so
Become comfortable with pain.
Go ahead, Uncle John.
You must become comfortable with pain, taking
Take it a breath.
pain in order to deal the pain. And this is just causing damage. I want to cause damage to you. I want you to pay for everything you do. Like
Change
Derek,
your mind. Change your mind. Change your family's mind, your wife's mind, everyone in the crowd that came in there. Woo, woo, woo.
Derek, you know about video games. You know about video games. Do you do fighting video games? Like
No. I
so
fucking suck at them.
are you familiar with like the terminology though? Like punish. If your
Yeah.
opponent makes a mistake, punish, right?
Make him pay. Make him pay for a lazy jab. You make the guy pay, right? With it too.
If you are not coming at your
Right.
opponent and you are not making them pay, what in the hell are you doing? You're letting them off. You are letting them go.
can I say something? I just posted a video tonight, 2009 ROTN finals. Alan Fisher, Luke Kent, they got into this weird hand position where I've seen it go like this for like forever. I don't recall ever seeing this before. I'm editing the video. Luke Kent looks at Alan and they like wink at each other and they just stand up and stop arm wrestling. And Leonard goes, strap it up. I'd never seen it. They didn't even slip.
I never stopped. I don't know about that one.
They just went like this. They looked at each other and they winked
or something.
and they just stood up. I was like,
It sounds
what?
like a snuff film, baby.
I'd never seen this before. It was weird.
Look, here's a
That's
good
weird.
example. Here's a good example of what we're talking about. Cobra and I are going to do this video, and I'm going to show you a few Cobra videos, a few Cobra matches. Now, when you see a top roll and a top roll slip, where does that top roll usually go? This way, this way. When Cobra slips in a top roll, do you know where his hand goes? It goes forward. It goes forward because Cobra
Punishment.
is coming to. He is going forward. He is attacking.
Attacking your
He's
power
punishing.
with
And
suspicion.
This is a different. This
I'm
is
not using
the way to
muscle.
think about it.
I feel it. Thank you. Matthias Bedard, did you read his super chat?
We're a little bit behind. We got Lloyd Christmas,
Sorry.
$2. Naked Cobra Rhodes and Derek, classic. I like it. Jordan Champ with 10 Imperial units of some kind. The
Jordan Champ. He's Jordan Champ. He's
Is he
in
your
my
Patreon
first
member?
Patreon.
Jordan Champ.
Jordan Champ. Jordan Champ.
Hey, Jordan.
Jordan Champ.
Jordan Champ.
Never been beat,
He
baby.
says,
Never been
go,
beat.
get on the
Jordan
ARMTV
Champ.
Patreon. Get on over there. We got to do better on Patreon, he says. Matthias
What up,
Bedard,
Jordan?
$10. He says, there is no limit to reviewing reviews. You're welcome. I love it.
Georgian Champ, subscribe and share Derek Smith's. Is it a channel or a page, Uncle John?
For what's now?
Snake Book. I mean,
It's a YouTube page
YouTube.
channel.
Yeah,
Derek
YouTube
Smith.
channel.
Hey, Jordan Champ, share on your social media to all your friends. Tell them to sub to Derek
Woo!
within the next
Yeah.
12 hours. You feel me? And I'm gonna come and do a training seminar with you and your club. We're gonna work this out.
Hell
I
yeah.
need to see Derek with 50,000 subs yesterday.
Yes,
Those
sir.
numbers, I like those numbers.
Don't tell Travis. Travis is jealous, Derek.
Man,
Travis
I
is
ain't
on it.
tricking
He's
on
on the
no
way out,
hoes,
man. Stop
Travis
bringing up old
Bajan,
stuff.
No room.
Stop bringing up old stuff like Travis.
Jealous.
Hey, Derek,
What's that?
how many times I saved your life?
I can't. Lost count, man. Lost count. Once
You
in
could have
Texas,
caught a
at least.
bullet in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Could you have caught a bullet in Texas?
I could have. Yes, very
Did the
well.
pimp save your life?
You saved my life with all
Was
them
the
golden,
big dick gang still there?
with
Yes,
all
sir.
them golden trophies. Hey, don't feel bad. You may not have Western Survivor, but I have yet.
Damn, I ain't got no Western Survivor.
I
Yeah,
have. I have
I'm
yet.
bitter.
I have yet to receive my never been beat. Jason Gully.
I got
I'm
you.
waiting on mine as
I
well.
calling. Listen,
Me
Derek,
too.
have you hit 50,000 subs yet?
No, I'm nowhere near 50,000.
What? What's going on here?
Yeah, what's
How
going
many
on, guys?
How
Come
many likes we got on this video?
147.
147. I told
So
people at
we
150 likes,
almost
I'd get something on the
doubled
mystery
since
box.
the announcement of y'all better act right. Any questions in the chat tonight, Uncle John?
Oh, there's been a multitude. There has been a
Let's ask a few.
multitude.
Let's ask some questions about Derek
Oh.
Smith, guys.
Hold on. I have to say something. Sorry. Keep interrupting, but it's my
yeah,
channel. Okay. ROTN tables. I have a lot of people asking me about these pin pads. Real quick. When I was filming arm wrestling, the one pet peeve I had and hated was the I'm pinning. Cobra Rhodes is like, that's a pin, that's a pin, that's a pin. And you talk the ref into calling a premature. Yes, it might be parallel, but I hated calling
Never been beat.
I hated calling when right
Never
at the
been beat.
line.
Lost
So-
a lot of matches.
So my first ROTN event, I wanted to experiment with the rule that to pin a man, you had to touch him to the pad. So I extended the pin pad into the center of the table a little bit. It had some interesting outcomes, but what happened was Alan Fisher, he was pro at it. He would drag his elbow way to the opposing left side of the pad. He would just lay his arm down on the forearm and dig in. So he couldn't get
Against who?
I think that was against Corey.
That's all right.
Anyways, that's what the elbow pads are for. But I think we had
Uncle
some
John.
push.
Uncle John's back, guys.
I think we had some pushback and they changed the rules. Anyways,
I
There
told
are
people
no
when they hit 150 likes,
There are
I
no
grabbed something
rules.
on the mystery box. So I grabbed something on the mystery box for them. I have two things. One is a knife set. I forgot I had. I should probably open these. This is like 3 years old. Been sitting in there. So some DeWalt knives. And then the other one was a birthday card or a Father's Day card made by my daughter. It says Happy
Oh,
Father's
I
Day.
see. Oh, good, bro.
You're the best in the world. I hope you like what I got you with a heart. And then I love you with a cake. That's
Hey,
what I have there with an assortment of other things.
Oh, time out. D.
Huh.
You know that little girl wrote that in all black ink, right?
Yeah,
Keep all the
in pencil.
sharp objects out of that girl's room.
Hey, she had her first arm wrestling match 2 weeks ago, and she won. She beat a boy.
Yeah. Was she,
Uh,
she didn't
9-year-old
run away? Was she coming in? Was she mad? Was she
You know what?
mad? while
I've
she
been
was-
having her arm wrestle for a long time, and she naturally comes out the bottom and pulls back and goes sideways.
while
hey,
she have a tough
footage.
match, she smash everyone.
Did you post the footage there?
No, I didn't post, but it was impromptu, randomly. I did not expect her to do it. And somebody else, the boy's dad, was there, and he's like, "Hey, let's have him arm wrestle." I was like, "What?" And I was so worried about her breaking her arm that I
Was
didn't
she
think
like
about taking out my
smiling
phone.
while she was whooping his ass, or was she like, "Arr,
I was
John,
in her
do
ear,
that"?
like, keep pulling backwards, pull backwards, stop, don't go sideways, keep going.
No,
I was just
not
making sure I
about you,
told her.
her. What was her attitude during the match? Was she
Well, once
like,
she finished, whenever she does something
happened?
physical or competes, when she finishes, she looks at me like, "Do you see that, Dad?" Like, You see it? Because I've been making her arm
What
wrestle
did
since she was a
you
little kid.
see while she was in battle? Was she
I was-
growling or was she
I was
laughing?
behind her. I was behind her, so I couldn't see her face because I was like right behind her, like just helping steer her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's competitive. My daughter's super competitive. They had to, when I put her in softball, they had to force her in the outfield because she would push other girls over to get the ball and to throw it, and she kept knocking them over, and they'd start crying. So
Nice kickboxer, huh? Okay.
yeah, she
Hey,
gets at it.
Guys, I got some bad news.
What's
There's
that?
no such thing.
Unfortunately, this show is going to be cut short in about 10 minutes. So I
Well,
got a
let's
couple.
switch over to Uncle John. Let's do a live chat on your channel. Can I? Can I
Yeah,
co-host with you?
You want
I
to
mean-
switch it over?
Yeah,
Uncle
let's-
John, you're welcome. He's making.
Yeah.
He's
How many
making
people
all.
do we have in the chat now? Gary, stop talking for a minute.
No,
How many
no,
people-
Cobra, shush it, shush. My show, my show. I'm muting Cobra Rhodes. Hey,
Oh.
get a little bit too, getting a little bit too comfy over here. Hey, 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 watch this, watch yourself,
He has a knife, Gary.
watch yourself, watch yourself. Listen, I don't care how big of a legend you are. This is my land.
I've never seen you mute Travis.
No, okay. No, in all seriousness, Uncle John, you are welcome
That
to
was
carry
a smart
on.
move, Gary, because I was going to shut your channel down like I was from Argentina.
Uncle John, you're making the super chats. You're welcome to carry on, but I myself, if I make you host, can you end the stream?
That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. Make me host and see. I'll see if it pops up as an option.
Okay. So I just wanted to ask something.
Derek.
Cobra Rhodes, you're going to be in Waxahachie this weekend?
Uncle John and I will talk tomorrow. We've got a couple things on the table, and don't look surprised, Uncle John. We're going
What?
to talk tomorrow.
We have an event coming up in a couple days. You're not confirming?
There's no
Um,
I.
We? Uncle John, are you going to make a surprise appearance?
No, we're going to make the announcement on Uncle John's channel in about 15 minutes.
What is going on here? Okay, question. On our title, you had Devon Larrick quits the gym. I want to make sure, was that talked about at all?
It was not. It was not talked about.
I don't want to have false
Devin did
advertising.
not want it talked about. Devin contacted me and said he did not want that talked about.
Is that
So we cut it out of the segment. Sorry, Gary. The whole world of
Cobra
our-
Rhodes is getting feisty? Maybe lay off the pipe a little tonight, huh?
Woo!
Yo, mama.
With the yo mama
Hey,
joke. Where am I?
Hey, by the way, we have to get to this. $20 super chat from Herpes Asperini. He's been a champion all night. He said, "What's in the box?"
Thank
I
you,
want
Bad
something
Red.
else from the box.
I just
You
showed
said
two
Herpes
things
or
from the box.
Herpes?
He also wants to know what was it like pulling Monster Michael Todd recently.
It's like dealable, deal with, dealable, not dealable. And the whole thing just comes over.
Yeah.
It's a trippy feeling because every time I pull someone with the King's move, it's kind of a trip, especially at that high level of a move. It's like, it's weird. The pressures are really weird, but Mike's super strong. So nothing bad I could say. I couldn't beat him. So on that note,
Uncle
though, on that
John,
topic,
why
I
is Gary
developed a
so
new
mean
move.
to me all the time?
What's
Hmm?
that?
Why is Gary so mean to me all the time? Ever since he came back to arm wrestling,
No, that is not true. That
he's
is
hurt
not
my
true.
feelings.
I was having a
And
little
I
fun.
love that man.
I was having a little fun. Don't
You know I'm sensitive, Gary.
don't get all worked
You
up.
know I give a fuck.
Don't get all worked up. Uncle John. What
Yes, sir.
real quick, what was the okay? I want to also let it be known. When ARMTV blows up and we have $1 million revenue, I want to know that one of the first employees I will be hiring will be people that their sole job is to watch videos and tell me what's happening, because I cannot keep up with all the content. I can't watch, dude. Michael Todd's putting out videos. Devon Larrick's everyone's putting out so many videos. You guys are live streaming. RVJ, Ryan Bowen. I cannot watch all these videos.
Right, it's a lot. So you want the
I
cliff
mean-
notes for Devon? That's what you want. You want the cliff notes.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I was also letting someone know that when I have the money, I will hire somebody that does that and then tells me what's up.
Yeah, well, I already do that. So just give me more money.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Uncle John rocks.
Super chat for Uncle John. 100. What
I
the
love you,
next
Gary.
the next super chat that comes in right now, I will add 15% to Uncle John.
All right,
Oh,
put me
that's
in
good.
for $5,000 right now.
Okay, Uncle John, Devon
All right.
Larrett, because
So Devon Larrett puts out a video and he's talking about his training, about the Great Pumpkin training, where he's only training his right arm in the gym. His left arm, he's only arm wrestling. And basically he's saying, okay, I think my right hand is going to come together in a beautiful way, right? He's very excited about his right hand. But then he talks about his left. And he says, the left has made me rethink everything, because all he's been doing is arm wrestling. And now he feels like his left is incredibly strong at this moment. So he was saying, what?
Wait, what are these people doing?
They're just working out. They're
We're
working
just
out.
stretching, Gary.
Oh my God.
It's an arm wrestler thing, Gary. You wouldn't get it. All right.
That's punishment from tonight, by the way.
Oh, holy shit.
We were strapping. We were strapping.
Wait. Okay, let's tie this around to last night. Artem said that John Brzezinski is full of it. You can't just arm wrestle.
Well,
That's what John
nobody
Brzezinski
knows.
says.
Nobody
knows.
knows.
Dude, that's so false. That's so false. I have a lot to say about that topic if you want me to get on that, but you know,
Which
I
one?
just- okay.
What's false?
That's all I did. That's all I did.
all table time is not created equal. That's the problem people fail to understand. You arm wrestling your neighbor down the street who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing is not going to be the same as you training with Kevin Bongard, your other brother who's a world champion, all these other people consistently. That's totally different styles of table time. That's heavy lifting at perfect angles, not some random dude down the street.
Beating those guys. Beating those guys is better than any wage.
Yeah, exactly. And people think it's not, just any table time is not the same, guys. There's different kinds of table time for sure. You got to keep that in mind.
Some guys can grasp it. That's why Uncle John got me on this trip, man. Gary, you seen a hand closed on somebody? You already know.
Okay,
And I
got
saved your life in Texas.
Uncle John, can you end this show or not?
Yeah, I can end the show, but well, Derek just about poked himself. That's amazing. But we have some controversy in the chat right now, because I think that there was some confusion that, oh man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Don't play with knives, kids.
Hey,
There was some confusion because Hermes Asperini thought that if he gave us a $20 super chat, that he would see another item from the box. Now, I will give you a choice. Either we can see an item from the box, or you can choose to see an item from my shelf number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I will grab an item from the shelf, which no one has ever seen on this show before. Your choice. Oh my God, Herpes Asperini just put in $100.
Yo, Herpes.
Whoa.
Herpes Asperini. I'm going to give Herpes Asperini whatever he wants from my shelf.
Whoa,
Dude. Wait, so
a
you have
minute.
herpes? I have Tyler. You have herpes? Is that how this works?
Yes.
Hey, check his link.
Hold on for a second.
Gary, we always holding on.
Let's just acknowledge what just happened.
Amazing.
Uncle John said, pay me more. I reached out to the community. I said, pay him more, and we accomplished the mission. So since you got paid, I'm going to be calling you extra this week to give me more cliff notes. on
1,
what's
2, 3,
going on.
lock.
Gary's taking responsibility for that $100 just now.
No, I'm saying we try to raise revenue so we can. Uncle John is our de facto employee over here at
Hey,
ROTN.
bro, listen, Gary, slow it down. Uncle John and I have an agreement. So enjoy this little bit. Okay, because when these borders open up, we'll holler at you, but I love you forever, brother. And remember, I saved your life.
Yeah. And when Uncle John comes down to visit Cobra Rhodes, I'm only a few hours
not
from you
coming
guys.
to visit.
You let me know. You let me
He's
know.
not coming to visit. He's coming for us to fruition these things.
Okay,
that we-
Uncle John, Derek, Cobra Rhodes. In order for me to continue pumping up the sport of arm wrestling, I got to go give the missus attention. Keep the show
Yeah.
going as long as you want. Try to
Me
make
too.
that money.
Done.
No,
Make
it's not about
yourself
money.
mo-
We have passion, but it's okay. Good
Hey,
night, Gary.
all you guys super chatting, I want to know who's this herpes dude? This guy's
An
awesome.
amazing, an
Don't worry,
amazing
don't worry.
man.
It's just Mozart, Chopin. They all had it.
Hey,
Wow.
this is going to get taken out of context. Herpes, herpes, herpes.
Clooney.
Someone clip that. Someone clip that.
I mean, what?
Herpes, understood. An extra $15 goes to Uncle John.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
get him some
Hey,
You're
lip-
crushing it tonight.
I have to give herpes now. I have to give herpes shelf number 3. Herpes has chosen shelf number 3. He wants shelf number 3. I'm going to get
Okay.
something from shelf number 3.
Okay,
One,
guys,
two, three,
I
that's
love
all.
you. Keep going. Keep the show going
Gary, Gary, can I stay on?
as long as you want, bro. You guys could do
Yeah,
another
but-
24 hours. Send Derek back to Dubai.
Let's go.
Hey, Derek, I didn't even know you before New Year's Eve, because I don't mess with this arm wrestling thing much until Uncle John opened his arms to my we shared visions. That's what I call it.
Absolutely. I think I just put, is Gary leaving or is he coming back? I don't know.
He's leaving.
All right. So
Okay, we're gonna switch over to our channel. How many do we have in the chat?
I think we should just stay here for now since
All right,
everybody's
let's do that. All right,
hold on.
subscribe to Uncle John's arm wrestling. Uncle John, please plug and hit Derek.
Ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, I'm about to reveal what was on shelf 3. I'm getting 2 items from shelf 3, but first off, please subscribe to Cobra Rhodes' new channel and of course,
No, Derek.
Derek Smith.
Hell yeah. Hey guys, I'll just put this out there right now because it seems like there's a good vibe going on with the chat room. If anybody throws out like $800, I'll go back to Dubai like next week. You guys throw $800 in that super chat, I'm gone. I'm gone. You guys, you see your boy fucking.
Hey,
God.
D, I'm sending you twice.
Hey, I'm out. I'm out. I'm there. I love that.
But I
Stuff.
need
This
you
is
to
great.
stay in the room to the end of this chat. I'm throwing you 16, honey.
Hey, I'm with it. I'll get a
All
Cobra
right.
Rhodes tattoo and we'll rock that all the way to
No,
Dubai.
baby,
Let's
not
go.
necessary. You already got the banner.
Hey,
What did pimp tell you? I already feel we from the same cloth.
oh, of course.
And I don't
You-
mess with people that like shady motherfuckers.
No, it's in here. It's in here.
All right. I want to get to shelf 3. Also, thanks to Mean Machine Arm Wrestling, $2 super chat. He says, you guys think you'd ever cheer for herpes? We just did. I love it. So now I want to be clear. These items are giving you a peek into John Thompson. Uncle John is a fictional character. These items are John Thompson's items. I have 2. I'm giving Herpes Asperini 2 items from shelf number 3.
Man,
This is item number 1.
A and B.
Item number 1. Are you ready for this? Frickin' Turtles van.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Uncle John
The entire
Rock.
series on DVD.
Oh shit, it came in a van? Wow.
Came in a van.
That makes me
Okay.
think you bought that as an adult. That's not a child's.
I got this as a Christmas gift from my
Okay.
parents as an adult.
Uncle John, a fool, boy. Uncle John, a fool, Derek. You heard me?
Wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse.
It gets
I talk to this dude every day. I'm telling you, this guy genius. Is that Steve? Wait, I need my glasses.
Daniel's coming on. Hold on, Daniel. 1 second. I want to talk to Daniel too. But item number 2,
Oh, good. What up, Daniel?
this is painted by me. I painted this item.
Holy shit. Oh,
Freaking
mother of
Godzilla.
God.
Are you freaking kidding me right now? Look at this.
Mother of God.
Look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
This
no.
is custom
They say-
1984 Godzilla.
Godzilla.
This is from Japan, Toho Studios. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better.
That's
Yeah.
way better than what's in the box, guys. That's way better than what's in the box.
Bar. That's one of the hottest guitar riffs in rock and roll in Godzilla.
Right? Blue
That
Oyster
is-
Cult.
that-
Can't go wrong.
I mean, what 12-year-old has not hit that in his bedroom while his mom was going, my God. Bow, bow, bow,
Goddamn, it's goddamn Godzilla.
I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla. It's my favorite.
Hey guys, I came up with a new arm wrestling move. I'm gonna be debuting a how-to video. Get ready.
What is it called?
Can we
It's gonna be called
review it, Derek?
It's called the top flop.
Nice.
The top flop.
Yeah, just wait.
That's
You
how I
fucking wait for
was
this top flop shit.
Is this a move that's initiated off of the go, or is this a move you have
Oh
to
yeah, no, the top flop is real.
It's a passive aggressive move.
Dude, just wait. It's meant to destroy certain individuals, and you've seen it before, but I've now coined the phrase.
I love it. Top flop. That's
Uncle John, Derek just figured me out. I was a passive aggressive arm wrestler.
Well, it's contradictory, right? Top is out, all the way out. Flop
Love
is
you,
all the way
brother.
in.
Oh,
But the top
Derek, the pimp. If y'all ain't subscribed to him, get GTFO.
That's right. With my new knife.
GTFO. What is
Ah,
be careful,
This
Derek.
this thing explodes out. Like that cut is still there.
Just stretch your tendons there, boy.
Yeah, I gotta keep stretching. Right.
Man, good
Even
stuff.
on walls, like walking around walls, move your body. You don't have to like press on anything here. Just move your body around what you're locked onto.
Yeah. Stretch it out.
Slow motion. If you need to be strong from every range. You have to be able to be this strong at your fingertips to say no. To say no everywhere.
Hard
Yeah,
stop.
No to squeezing.
It's not no, you're just closing things, shutting it
Close
down.
it.
You close it. You say no. And they know it already.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
say no to Levon at some point. When you guys are seeing me get out here, these things are gonna be popping. I'm like, let's go. Just
that's not important.
Derek,
No.
let's say Levin calls you tomorrow and he says, Derek, I believe in you. I want to give you a match. You
Okay.
can decide how long it is until the match happens. How long would you wait if you got like a huge, say you got $100,000 if you beat Levon? How long would you be comfortable waiting? Like you can't wait until he's like 100 years old. But
no, the money has nothing to do with that match. It wouldn't matter if it's $1 million, 100,000, or $100. As long as if I got the match, the number one guy in the world, we'll start there.
But the goal is to win. How long would you want to train for to feel like you could and like nothing is in your way? You can just train. You can take whatever you want to take. How long would you want to do that if you thought you could really, really give Levon a pull?
I would move to Utah. I would train with Bob Brown, Jordan Sill, and them first off. This all assuming somehow magically, my daughter's situation was figured out. She came with me. But I would move to Utah. Would be the first place I'd move. I would train with them because I don't think in the United States it might be a better. I don't know if there's a better team to just get beastly strong with. Cody Merritt and all them. And then I would take an insane amount of steroids. It'd be so much that I would probably 9 months, 10 months or so. I feel like I could reach a sick level if I had no interrupted, no work, just train, eat, inject, just get crazy as I could. Yeah, about 9 months. I think I would feel okay.
Wow, nice. That's quicker than I thought. That's impressive. I like it. We had another super chat from Repulsive Gravity, $4.99. How you doing, Repulsive? I've been seeing Repulsive Gravity around here lately. Very nice. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Daniel Urich in the house, the famed timber faller who has entered our arm wrestling community over the last couple weeks.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
He just went away. Where'd you go, Daniel? Come on back, man.
He says, I'm more than that. I'm more than cutting on trees. Stop introducing me that way. I'm a person. I have feelings too. Right. So just.
So the deal with Daniel is,
By
the way,
not here.
He's not here. But before that, the G Brown 86 has been bringing up Cobra versus Glenn Bankston match review. We just did that. Cobra and I just reviewed that match earlier this week. So if you go to my channel.
Oh, you surprised me with Daniel-san. Oh, he's gone again.
What's happening?
Daniel-san. Oh, that's Gary and his wife.
Hey, see that super chat that just happened, John? See who that is?
Eric?
Yeah.
We got a super chat from the one and only Eric
The one and
Racine.
only. The man.
Eric, what up, brother?
He says on the John Brzenk table time thing, he pulled on a daily basis when he was 13 to 14 years old. Lots of pulling during the teen years paid him dividends.
Lots of pulling in the teen years.
And
He only broke his elbow.
Right. And you did a lot of that too, right, Cobra? You were really cutting your teeth
Absolutely.
at a young age.
Yeah, absolute. Yeah, it was, dude, listen. By 8th grade, I was making like almost $10 a day arm wrestling.
Ooh, steep
Really?
money back then.
Hustling.
And when I got because I was little, my parents were much older. My parents had me when they were 43.
Mm-hmm.
The pimp is 55 now. I've got a 5-year-old, and she wants a nerve. Well, it's all right. My cardio's good like that. What happened is, she's probably gonna get in there. Anywho, what are you talking about? You made
We'll
me
grab
think-
some water. We'll grab some water real quick.
Have at it. Hey, Daniel, are you here? You can hear us?
There he is. I can see him.
Daniel,
Daniel,
can you hear us, Daniel?
Can you hear us, Daniel?
Daniel,
Daniel,
what's going on? Can you hear
push the
us?
button.
Daniel, you're not muted, but you can't hear us for some reason. I think there's maybe something wrong.
Talk.
I can't hear you, Daniel. I can't hear you.
Push buttons.
Push some buttons, see if that helps out. But thank you, Eric, for your comment. Because I think
Hey, listen, you guys, Eric Rusin, Arm Wrestling Archives. Eric, type into the chat right now for the people to see how to follow you and peep your game. One of the greatest, I'm the guy that gave England Terzi the nickname Encyclopedia of Arm Wrestling. The game, England doesn't have all of the information, or he's not sharing it the way that Eric is. There's more to share about that right, Uncle John?
just a little bit. It's weird. It's weird that some tournaments don't have a full listing.
Eric Rusin. Right in the chat. Is Mazzella in the chat?
Yeah, Mazzella's in there. Yep.
Mazzella, can you give all the links for Eric Rusin so that these guys, we got 110 in here?
Yeah, the Eric's website. Eric Rusin's website is amazing, by the way. Amazing website that has all the information.
You need dry 1 year if you're going to read through that.
Yeah.
You need 1 year of 45, 40, maybe 52-hour work weeks to go through that entire website of what that man has done for this sport. Recording the history going back 150 years. The old Louis Cyr competitions. Competition got way before Jack Johnson was heavyweight champion of boxing. Eric has recorded on his site arm wrestling matches that were big, witnessed by 30,000 people in the 1800s.
Right. Amazing.
Kind of history of our sport.
Very important.
Things, but Eric is sharing it with you all. Please support the sport.
We got to
tell the people, Derek.
Eric Rasson's the man. No one knows like Eric.
Derek, we got a question for you in the chat. Herpes Tribute. We now have a Herpes Tribute account.
Don't say herpes no more.
I can't help it. Herpes Tribute just gave us 5 Imperial units. He says, Derek Smith, Travis dissed you in jest and said you wouldn't turn up on Sunday. Will you show up and whip Travis Bagent in Waxahachie?
Travis Bagent, huh? Thing about Travis Bagent. I once made a video on my YouTube channel called "Is Travis Bagent Irrelevant?" If you guys haven't watched that, go ahead and go back to that one. No, Travis is talking shit, dude. Can I go to Texas this Sunday? No, I have work. Like I didn't even know about this tournament till today, till he started saying that shit. Travis is talking shit. He just can't stand with someone else. Like if it was him and Gary, the moment Gary switches the topic to somebody besides Travis, shit talking's coming. One way or another, he's about to say some shit.
His pussy hurt right away.
Yeah. Travis, our boy. Everybody in this call knows Travis and knows how he is. He gonna call me tomorrow and be like, "Hey, how we gonna make some money,
I
stud?"
love that boy.
I'm gonna come out to your area. We're gonna make some money, stud. Me and you. Let's get it. He's gonna call me tomorrow and say that shit. I was like, let's get it.
Stud.
Yeah, come on, big guy. Come on, stud. So I mean, I wouldn't mind arm wrestling. I didn't know about it till today. It's still too short notice. But hey, I'll tell you guys what. I did practice Travis like a year ago or so, and he was beat me up, and then no cameras because I knew he wouldn't do it with cameras on. I said, Travis, go deep inside with me. I want to go like connect my wrist to your wrist. Let's see what that feels like. I pulled through that motherfucker so bad. I walked through his ass. But he'll deny it, and I would never get that. It'd be hard to get that in the tournament. But still, once we touch those wrists,
very hard.
Nice.
But no, he's my boy. So
hey, if anybody has questions for anybody on the panel tonight, also I saw Kevin M came into the chat a few times, but he keeps disappearing as well. Feel free to come on back, Kevin. We're kind of at the end of what we were planning to talk about, but I'm happy to stick around and answer a few more questions. So feel free to do so.
Who else is in here? Was it Daniel still? Or did he leave?
Daniel said, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I think he's just maybe having some trouble with his phone. So sorry about that, Daniel. Hopefully next time.
Come through next time, Daniel, son.
Yeah.
Hey, can I plug one more thing while we're in here?
No.
So the Discord, there's 2 Discord servers. There's a Polar Public one, and then there's one that's just arm wrestling.
Yeah. You'll
find me in the just arm wrestling one daily, all day, talking to everyone. If you guys have any questions or you're bored, it's just a live chat room of arm wrestling. Hop on there and we'll chat. John makes an appearance every once in a while in there.
Sometimes.
He'll show up.
I got converted to the Polar Public one before
they gave you your own spot.
Existed, right? They gave me a nice spot. I'm like at the top of the list, so I can put my videos in there. But I come in and I try to spam my video in yours every once in a while too.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Come on in. Spam up, bud. Spam up.
All right. I'll spam a little more.
Hey, Big D.
What's up?
Abraham and Virginia Rhodes boy here. Listen, when these borders open up, can we, I just met you New Year's and you missed what I might have sounded like a blowhard because I was high as giraffe pussy that night. But I was trying to offer if they could have got, what was it, Uncle John, $20, $50
right
spots. I wanted to raise $1,000 for your trip.
Ooh.
And then out of those 20, one name would be pulled, and I was going to give them a training seminar in person, wherever the fuck they was.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah.
But Gary was in the chat. Uncle John kind of got a little bit of it, but as I said, I is giraffe pussy boy. But that just jumped into my heart, and I was trying to do that, but I was a little Uncle John, it just wasn't flying that night. And what our boy was really on fire that night. Yvonne, the big guy that
Evan Burgoyne.
Yeah. So he's like, who the fuck's Cobra? Fuck Cobra. I'm like, hey, let me get you a little paw, ho. But no, he's good. Like that night, I was like ready. No mouthpiece. I was ready. But I was just trying to bang a grand into him. And that's like 2 weeks after you and I were talking, Uncle John. See, we were talking early December.
Yep.
We were talking early December. And that's when because I heard your voice and I was like, all right, my son said I have to share something.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
that's why I saw Derek.
Hey.
I think at that time when we did the New Year's thing, I did not yet comprehend the Cobra. Now I comprehend Cobra much better.
There's nothing I don't comprehend it, but you get what's going on.
Yeah.
I know I'm learning the shit, because
we got some good questions here that I want to get to. Some for you, Cobra. David Marr wants to know, who is someone from the past that Cobra would like to close his hand on again?
From the past, I can do it right now, but like no, nothing, no. Listen, I mean, who? Maybe I think if there was some like fictional Paul Bunyan guy for me. Okay, one of the most important shows I won was that Lewis Sear Championships,
Mhm.
and I was there in Canada,
Yeah.
and I took a second to John B, the GOAT, in the overalls of that show, I think, or something, or he put me out of the overalls or something.
Mhm.
But I'm in the business of exposing hands, though. I'm a control freak on the arm wrestling table, you know.
Mhm. Is there
My
any
girl
other
thought I was
one?
trying to yell, but I'm a control freak on the arm wrestling table.
Look, here's the real question. Is there any other person, not only just at 165, but at any weight that has been able to open John Brzezink's wrist outside of the strap? Have you seen that happen? Like full on John Brzezink out here.
Arson opened up pretty well in there in one of the first couple rounds.
In what year was that? Like 7, 8?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
But when they had their super match, I'm saying the first round or two before John got to the straps, Arson got him a little bit.
Right. So that's Arson Liliev, one of the most huge gacked out humans on the planet at that time. Right.
Mhm. I think Yoshi Kanai, one of their super matches, I think Yoshi had John's hand for a little bit.
Yoshi Kanai, very supple wrist, very easy to attack. Right?
We see him Cobra in the background of all this shit, just talking shit about everyone that gets listed.
Yoshi Kanai.
Dangerous armors and very violent hit as well.
Cobra, jiggle your camera. Your voice just went weird.
Oh, I am weird. But no, Yoshi Kanai, really dangerous armors.
He heard you.
Sound like a robot.
Yeah, I gotta move the camera.
Move the camera a little bit. See if it fixes itself. Terrible. Terrible. I don't know what's going on.
I'll just be quiet for a minute.
All right. We do have some other questions in here too. Sorry if I'm missing some, guys. Still sounds terrible. I don't know what happened. Somebody had a question about punishing. When you talk about punishing a top roller trying to escape, do you still try to punish if you think they have a bigger gas tank? Here's in my opinion, here's the deal. You punish them because they have a bigger gas tank. You punish them to deplete their gas, right? That's part of the deal. It doesn't matter how much gas they have if they got a broken wheel. If you bust the wheel, they ain't going anywhere.
Break their heart, yeah.
So for me, yes, always, forever, again and again, over and over and over again until I die. Yes.
Hell yeah. It reminds me of a was it Dodgeball, where he's like, want to ride the lightning? Like, yeah, I like it.
Sure.
All right.
It's a metaphor for me taking the bull by the horns, but literally I did do that.
It's good. It's good stuff. I like that. Punish him.
Man, I don't know what happened. You should go out and then come back in.
All right, I'll be back.
All right.
He switched off internet audio and switched like phone audio or something.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Herpes Asperini says, as you can imagine, I'm a pretty toxic Rust player. Have you ever seen Rust?
Rust? No.
Like,
wait, what kind of game is it?
It's kind of like I'm going to do a terrible job of explaining this, but I've watched some videos. It's like you build a base and then you can defend your base. But I watch videos where people make trap bases and they get people to get into their base and then they trap them and then make them play devious games to kill themselves. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. I like it.
That sounds like my kind of shit.
Yep.
How are we down to 96 people? We lost like 80 people?
I mean, we've been going for like 3 hours. So
has it been 3 hours?
Almost.
God, I just fly through. I fly past 2 hours now. I don't even notice that shit anymore.
Yeah.
I used to notice. It's like when my back starts hurting from leaning forward like this, I know, all right, we're starting to get a little into it.
It's been a while. Danny P says OnlyFans page, John. Is OnlyFans for things other than people who want to get naked? Like, I don't know.
I think it's almost exclusively for butthole action, but
yeah.
If you want, you can, I think you can have other things. I think you can have, I don't know what it was invented for, but I just know what it became.
I don't know either, but that is interesting.
You want to start one up, huh?
Well, I don't. Danny P wants me to start one up. I don't know
I
if he
should
wants
start
to
an OnlyFans for like my training. Just when I go in the gym, turn on the OnlyFans camera, then you can watch my training.
Right. There you go.
I wonder if I can get some money in that.
Maybe. I mean, it's to my knowledge, it hasn't been done yet. So it could be. Cobra, how's that audio?
Outstanding, Uncle
There we
John.
go.
Nice.
You rock. As I was saying, before the fuck up of you face, anyone that's in this chat right now, you must hit the like link and you must go to Derek's action. Derek, please promote.
Go to my action. Go to it's just Derek Smith Arm Wrestling is the YouTube channel, and then there's Instagram AW Derek, and then there's Patreon AWDERUK.
There
All
it is. Everyone in this chat knows who Uncle John is, right? The voice of arm wrestling. Gonna shut shit down here in a minute. Wait till we come with this shit, Derek. You better collab with us.
The voice of arm wrestling. Oh, careful.
I can't take that. I can't take that.
Listen, Chief. I am arm wrestling. I told you what. Listen. Watch Uncle John. Wait till we smash this shit. It's gonna be fun. Derek, we need to collab with you. Fell in love with you. Everybody can hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on.
I am at your guys' disposal, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. It's very exciting, and we're gonna share. What was the question that my sound ran out, Uncle John?
Oh, what was that question? Now I forget.
England.
There was one about you answered the one about whoever had that question, feel free to ask it again. I have completely
real fast. People keep asking the same question. Hey guys, ask for that Discord link. It's on the Reddit subreddit Arm Wrestling, and there'll be the Discord link on the sidebar. I don't have it memorized right now. Go to Reddit, you'll find the Discord link on the sidebar. Sorry.
Outstanding. And Derek, also, when you're on that thing, because it's always like, remember I called you like when you were at the airport on the way to Dubai?
Yes, sir.
You remember? Oh no, you were in the airport maybe, or last conversation, or something. Anyway, please share Uncle John's page with all your Reddit people.
Oh, I always do. I just John and Gary have a pretty much permanent spot on my channel as far as me promoting it. So
super pimp. Uncle John, all right.
We do also get the question from the Swayze Express. He really wants to know, Cobra, if we are actually going to Waxahachie. A lot of questions for that. I can tell you this: if the day before, if the border opens, I will be there.
And that's the name of that tune.
Yeah,
as Jack would say, because we roll together. I've got the only thing I'm doing without Uncle John is getting Katowski over to Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
and I'm going to do the benefit for our guy Bostic.
right.
That's without Uncle John at this point.
Yep.
Besides that, I'm not like Gaiman. I ain't no tramp, you know. So I'm just gonna like share the little bit that I like think I might know a little bit about. But if sharing part, Uncle John already, I know what I'm doing. Uncle John's gonna share the story.
If you guys are interested in having Cobra and I specifically come out to see you guys, let us know. We're planning the whole thing. There's a tour in the works. We want to go to as many places as possible. Obviously, there's some,
Uncle John, let's just be straight out with him. All of our European gigs are locked down. That's the easy part. I don't think, and that's my career pretty much, banging with Beast.
Yeah.
Not saying that North America's not Beast. I mean, my blood is. That's my dad was the grandson of slaves. I'm from here.
Right.
But I am a citizen of the planet. And that's where I've received a lot of unconditional love is overseas, especially Eastern Europe. So when this shit opens up, we're Eastern Europe. the bookings aren't. I've just never done this kind of social media thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with the right kid, and he's a steward of our sport to me. I understand his passion for it. It matters to me. That's why we hopped in the sack, because I don't play with my sport. It matters to me. So
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Tom Rocks, I'm just telling you fools this. No
Mhm.
tears. It matters to me. And Derek's no sloppy pimp himself.
It's getting there. I took a different route, but it's
Tighten
getting
your game, boy. It's hard out here, folks.
there. Yeah,
No doubt.
I'm
No
just
doubt.
trying to follow your footsteps. You and all the other legends, Mr. Rhodes.
Don't follow in ours, man. You plodding your own tracks, boy.
It's starting to get that way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what it's always been. You just don't understand. See, this is the thing. People thinking woo about something that it's your journey. But you got a lot of love around you. Listen, I've been in this game. There's so much unconditional love amongst these folks, from lawyer to the bum that can close his hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
From the dude you might want giving you CPR because he's the best at it, and he can go for fucking 45 minutes and might revive you.
Mm.
That might be your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's the librarian that just got licensed and is giving you compressions,
Right.
you
Yeah,
might
you come
want
across-
that roller pushing on
Right.
your target.
Oh,
We
I
can
feel you.
bang like a
We got-
porn star all night if we mean it. So
Right.
there's a lot of goodies to it. Does that make sense, Uncle John? Am I getting weird again?
A little bit, but I want to talk about Deadpool here. He says this has been 95% talking about channels and 5% about arm wrestling. I disagree. I strongly disagree. We talked about a lot of arm wrestling early on. Now we're just fading off into infinity because it's midnight here in Atlantic, Canada. But Eric Racine asks a question for Derek. He says, in the rare occasion that you grip up with someone with a similar forearm length, do you like the feeling, or does it throw you off?
I have to remind myself when I pull against someone that has a similar forearm length that they are as awkward and used to arm wrestling people with short arms as I am. And so I try to take into account what do I adjust normally to arm wrestle guys with short arms and how I can change that now. Because normally, like, my elbow always has to be at the back. Okay, well, I can slide my elbow up now because you have a long arm. So I try to remind myself of those things. But earlier, it used to be more difficult. But now I just keep remembering, like, they feel weird about this too. And they're probably not very good at really utilizing their height, because we always have to drop our shit, you know? And so I keep that in mind. But when I pull like Devon and stuff, man, it's hard. It's hard to chase someone with a long ass arm like mine. It's hard getting a hold of those guys for sure.
I'm a real Hugh Downs, but who's Devon and stuff?
And
What's the end stuff?
The end stuff would be other tall guys with long arms. Vitaly Lelettin, Alex Kardecka, all the guys with long arms. Tony Tomlinson lives down the street. All these guys.
You bang with my boy Alex before?
No. I'm saying that he's just tall. Another example of tall guy. I called him out for a super match though.
Hey, he's a good egg. He's a good egg. What a sweetheart.
Oh, he's a nice dude. We've been talking for a while. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got eyes on him. International match, that's who I want. International match. I want Alex. I want to pull with him.
Your hand strong, Derek?
I thought so, but it's getting bad. That's all I'm focusing on right now. So it's getting better. It's just, you get to your point where your hand's strong enough for everybody around you, and you're like, okay, I don't really need to work on it as much.
The small pond theory, I get it, but
yeah,
the hand must be, listen, more than strength. Your hand must be smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to dial in with your body,
right?
Because out here, how many guys you see pinned like that? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I took away from my trip. That's one of the biggest takeaways I took from talking to Ingan and everybody is control, is hand and wrist, and how much it means, how much it can mean at the top level, and like the differences. So that's all I've trained.
Some of what I taught him.
No, he didn't give you any credit.
What a surprise, huh? What a surprise.
What did you say to me?
I said, Ingan didn't mention you. Didn't give you any credit, man. when he was talking to me about stuff.
What ain't gonna tell you about me?
No,
My
I said he
name
didn't.
Came out of his mouth. Did it? Did it?
No, it did not. It did not. It did not.
You fucking right, motherfucker. You fucking right. Watch that
Yeah.
highlight fucking match of him running in that slip shit. First major tournament after my wreck. Cut down to 150. You peep the other 12 matches before that and holler at your boy.
Hey, I'm about to see. I haven't seen. I need to go.
Yeah,
Wow,
man,
I feel like I
hug a
just.
nut. Hug a nut. That's what I say.
Yeah, I feel like I
Pandora's
just.
box opened.
Yeah, Pandora's box of the Ingen Terzi name opened up. Jesus. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'll have to ask. I'll ask Ingen about you. I want his opinion. I'm gonna
You
have
don't have to ask him about me. You don't gotta ask him shit. He knows what time it is. He can rank anybody from pound to pound, whoever. Woo, woo, woo. That what was his prime? In the late 90s?
Maybe. I don't know for
When
exactly.
did he win his 100 million weight classes at Petaluma?
I don't.
Come on now. Somebody in
I
the
don't
chat
know.
tell us.
Eric, you're in the chat room. Help us. Eric, help. He's
When
gonna
the
kill
fuck
me.
he win when he do something?
I don't know that. I don't know the dates. He's lightweight. I don't follow lightweight arm wrestling that closely.
Well, listen, I'm a lightweight arm wrestler.
Well, I know, and you're amazing. You're a legend. I'm just saying that I haven't followed the
I'm
years.
not really. I'm not. I'm naval win.
Bill Baker says, Uncle John, once you go Cobra, you never go back. This is
No,
correct.
97.
Man, no, once I hit your tonsils, black, it's over with. Your cousins, your wife, maybe your mom's. Be careful.
Eric Son says
yeah, go ahead.
97. He says 1997. He says that's when Ingen was top shit.
Yeah, same. That's when he ran into him.
Mhm.
All on that same path walk. About 12 matches. That's the easiest. Those were the easiest matches of my career. 12 of them. Layup lines. Layup lines.
Layup lines. I know what that means. I know what that means. Yeah, I
What?
mean, man, I want to go back. Now I'm really gonna like Google
Put
that.
him
I'm
in
gonna
the
go back and
chat.
try to find. Huh?
Put him in the chat, your boy.
Engen, it would be interesting to have Engen and
Probably
Cobra on the same
now.
show.
Call him up. Pull him in here.
Get Ingen
I
in
don't
here is
know.
what you're saying.
Man, I get emails all the time about England match. That's
What
my
time is it?
bro. That's a good kid.
8.
That's a good
It's like
kid.
7
I taught him how to
a.m.
do the cartwheel. I taught him how
7
to
or
do
8
the
a.m. in
cartwheel.
Turkey.
Yeah, it's more.
He might be awake. He might be awake.
Fling. Yeah.
Dude, this could become an
Fling.
epic stream, John. Oh man, I can't. How can I reach out to Ingen right now? My
Let's
phone's
check
on.
Uncle John's channel and rock it up.
If Engen could get on here right now, that would be just amazing.
Yes, it would. Let me see if I can make some stuff happen here real quick.
That would be
Uncle
that.
John, am I allowed to go and pour a glass of?
Yeah, have at it. Get yourself a glass. Get yourself a glass.
Slow motion. Yeah,
I
he
love
used to be a hell of an arm wrestler. His prime was in 97.
That's what Eric Rosen says.
I'll tell you what, John Brzezinski, one hell of an arm wrestler, boy. He beat them all.
John was.
He to go.
No doubt about it. So I think that it's a really interesting topic. The 90s, the early to the late 90s is interesting because there just wasn't even close to the same level of documentation on video that we have from like 2000.
I'm going to tell you something. Do you remember? Listen, I'm not going to blow myself. How many are in the chat?
92.
Okay. Do you remember what Neil Pickup said about the first? Don't share it, Uncle John, but you remember that talk?
About the first one?
International. Yeah. Okay. Leave that to me. I know every single match that I was in has been recorded. I know it. I was living those moments. I never had a camera, Uncle John.
Right.
Well, I'm just really sorry to like politic you guys. Uncle John knows the truth.
I do know the truth. I've
I was
heard.
very hard to beat.
That's true. We did get a $5 super chat from Joe Valentine.
What up, Valentine?
Joe Valentine
Love you,
is my arm wrestling student, by the way, and he just killed it at one of his first big tournaments. Did very, very well.
Did Joe hit everybody?
Hitting them hard. Good top roller. I love it. Thanks for the $5, Joe Valentine. Very much appreciated, buddy. Keep on ripping. I love it. Danny P wants to know, Cobra, he wants to know two things. What was your worst loss and your favorite win?
My worst loss was all 6 of them. Right, every one of them on the victorious side. There's none. I mean, from there's. I mean, I wanted to. I thought I was the best. I don't. Uncle John, tell him. Answer my questions, Uncle John.
Cobra Rhodes often speaks in riddles and enigmas, but let me tell you what. Cobra Rhodes is a different type of cat. He looks at arm wrestling much differently than a lot of the world does. And it's been really interesting to kind of figure this out as I've listened to Cobra over the last several months. And it's really about your perspective on the game and your perspective in arm wrestling and giving
and your belief in yourself and your commitment to taking risks and believing in your abilities.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta nut up and say no to your opponent. And a lot of these hoes now are running like they were doing it before the pimp, and they're doing it after the pimp. Oh, sorry, Uncle John, go ahead.
So basically, what Cobra may be attempting to say is he has a lot of emotion wrapped up in the giving himself to the sport and giving himself on the table. Cobra often tells me, look, when the man says go, I try real hard, right? And when he tells me that, that means he is giving his soul to the sport at that point in time.
Bushudo,
and so
Bushudo, it's that we say Bushudo.
There you go.
Bushudo.
So it becomes a spiritual event. It really almost is, I think, some kind of spiritual happening, and it becomes different. It affects you differently. When you lose, spiritually. When you win spiritually. And it almost brings, in my opinion, and the way I understand Cobra is that it's at a different level than 99.9% of the rest of the universal population. There are things going on in the way Cobra looks at arm wrestling that still to this day have never even been thought about by me or probably anyone else. And I think it's a very special way to look at arm wrestling, and it is not necessarily for everyone.
Uncle John, tell him we're not trying to be smart asses. I really love the sport and the hand judo. I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, in North America, I've been shit on.
Sure.
But I hung out. I didn't quit.
That's it.
I didn't quit as a 14-year-old kid being called that. At the table.
Habib07 in the chat was definitely watching our review of you and Glenn Bankston. He said no at the bottom. Cobra told Glenn Bankston no at the bottom and bleed that man out. And that's what it is. If you guys go on my channel right now, I'm going to cut that episode up and we're going to put it on Cobra's channel in the next couple days. But we did a full review of Cobra Rhodes versus Glenn Bankston from 2013. And it is a very good example of what we're talking about. It's going to tell you everything. Watch Cobra and how he participates in those matches, because it's something different. It's not normal human arm wrestling. It's a different concept that's happening altogether. So there you go. That's that. And this is something that Cobra and I will continue to talk about, because I don't think I fully understand it at this point in time. There's more for me to learn. And as we go on, I will hopefully, Cobra and I will be able to help bring more of that to the community and let people know, because Ryan Bowen puts out a video about the exploding hand technique, and it doesn't include any of the information that I'm interested about the exploding hand technique. We need to.
There's nothing on that video about exploding hand technique.
There you go.
That Australian video, there's nothing on it about exploding. It's just, I mean, I understand you got a bunch of subs or something, but listen, bruh. Don't slide on the big dick gangster. Don't disrespect what I've fucking made 41 years of my fucking gig.
41.
I did this shit. I'll be 56 in 3 weeks. 14, my first pro show. I made this shit happen. Man, fuck all that shit. Them shrimps on the Barbie. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Uncle John and I already got it down up. Look at you. Yeah, we'll put Devon and England's feud to shame. Slice up, old boy. I'm gonna get that ginger.
Cobra's getting wound. We got Herpes Asperini.
Oh no, my mouthpiece is in the.
Does Cobra have a problem with Ryan Bowen?
No, I don't know. Uncle John showed me a video and it made my pussy hurt a little bit.
Well, here's the deal. Ryan Bowen brought up exploding hand technique and immediately told me that there's 2 people that do exploding hand technique, one being Cobra, which is correct, and the other being Alan Fisher, which is incorrect.
And he showed it in a match when Fish Face beat me out in Huntington Beach or something. And
I was there.
Well, bro, I just showed it. I mean, Drank said the ticket was right. I got off the couch and I showed up, and you saw me catch him in that slipper. But anyway, he was saying that, I mean, even the matches I lost, I was forcing the contact. I wasn't running away like a top roller. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were that, maybe you didn't understand it then.
One of the important points is that people don't understand an inside top roll, right?
Control,
for lack of a better term.
No fingers in that. Listen, in that video that Ryan does, I have. Well, we'll say. Well, we've already got it recorded, but
yeah,
I'm controlling the match even while I'm losing. You stupid fuck. I'm forcing the action.
We are going to appropriately address all of the comments that Ryan Bowen thing. I don't think it's a matter of being upset with Ryan. It's just a matter of.
I wasn't worried about losing. I was just saying no the whole time. No. Fuck you, Fish Face.
Hey, by the way, we have Herpes Asperini with another $25 super chat. He says, "I'm
boy, let them now. Bubble up, Herpes. Go ahead."
Herpes, you're the man. I hope I can say that every night going forward. Herpes is the man.
I mean, I'm still, partial to Tyler, but Herpes is pretty cool too. Herpes is pretty cool.
Yes. I think Ms. El Jador has let us know that we have a new all-time super chat hammer holder in Herpes Asperini. He is the man. He is the man. Much appreciated. I love it.
Herpes, send me a message. Can I get some herpes on my page?
You can definitely get some herpes on your page.
I mean,
the entire arm wrestling community wants herpes.
I heard with that herpes stuff, you never lose it.
Once you get it, you never lose.
So I want someone that can't defriend me. You know what I mean? In case I vote for Trump or something. I don't want to get defriended.
So guys,
we can say that in 2021, can it?
We are approaching 3 hours on this live stream. For me, it's past midnight. I think I'm ready to probably wind this puppy down. It's been great, though. I think we covered a lot of topics. We got some very good Cobra-isms from the one and only.
Thanks everyone for putting up with me.
Cobra-isms.
I love it.
I do love. Listen, guys. I mean, some of them I think, oh, he's a weirdo or something. I had the women and children. Listen, I love arm sport a bunch, whole bunch. And Uncle John done revived him a little bit. So we're gonna close our hands, teach old boy Derek how to hang on to something. Bam. Say no. Bam, 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 bam. No matter what you do, shut them down like public enemy. Stuff these right in your lyrics.
I'm gonna get
Shut them down. Shut them down.
I need to come visit you, Cobra. I need to try the food. I need to learn the Cobra isms.
All right, it's all right, bro. It's all you. It's already in you. But it's right. Listen, if these borders wasn't jacked up, Uncle John and I would already sold 3,000 t-shirts. You know, I got guys competing.
It's gonna happen.
Uncle John, tell him how many artists are trying to design my t-shirts.
A lot.
We
have, if you guys have ever seen the old Cobra t-shirts, they're amazing. And we really want to get some awesome shirts going for Cobra. We want to do a Cobra one. I want to do a secondary Uncle John style one with both me and Cobra on it. I think that's the one
that's gonna smash, man. Once these borders open up, Uncle John, we're going. Dubai's the easy part. We're gonna go to Guwahati, Assam, India. We're gonna go to Tbilisi. We're gonna go. Hey, bro, we're going to Bibione, Italy. We're going to the spots where like our sport is. You know, we're gonna go have some fun. We're gonna like make some tribute to our brother Anthony Bourdain. We're gonna holler at Chef Zimmer. We're gonna have some fun when the borders open up.
It's going to be amazing. I'm hoping for within the next 5 months that maybe we open something up once people get the vaccine.
If it's 2 years, Uncle John, if I got oxygen, it's on.
Beautiful. Well,
jump on the train. I'm out, y'all. Thank you.
Everybody go and subscribe to Cobra Rhodes' channel, subscribe to Derek Smith's channel. Woo! Thank you to Mizelle Jador so much for being a moderator and helping so much. Thank you all for the super chats. Go subscribe to Mizelle's channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. We maintained a lot of guys over the entire stream. So Derek, of course, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Always love chatting with you.
I'm inviting myself.
You can invite yourself anytime. Anytime.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later, John. Good stream.